Or scoot the mic back a little bit. Then you can lean in like that.
Man? Dude, I'm gonna lean in.
You're just gonna get a little bit too loud. I know, but what I'm saying is lean the mic. Put the mic back a little bit, then you can lean in, and you won't have a problem.
But I feel like if I'm talking like this, I feel like I'm hearing an echo of myself. Like I'm hearing myself through your mic.
You can lean in now, and you'll sound good.
But what's the purpose of moving the mic away from me then?
So you can lean in.
Well, why not just put it to my face so I don't have to lean?
Because you're gonna lean in.
And when you do lean in, you're really loud. That's what he's forgetting to say, so you can get the whole picture.
Whatever. Hey,
see what I mean? How far you scoot?
If I don't come out good, then you know why.
I don't come out good.
Because they took my mic privileges away.
You don't come out good. What? I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, that's what I don't know.
Hey, dude, but I thought that was a great idea, man. That was like a carnival ran by celebrity comedians, dude.
Yeah, but you can't do all celebrity comedians.
Well, it wouldn't be all, but
can you
could
even imagine how expensive that shit?
Well, that's what I just said. Taking away the money part of it.
Yeah.
Taking away the money part of it, yeah. If Joe Rogan was running the basketball shooting,
let's say it was a charity.
It would be cool.
Let's say it was a charity of some
But just
sort.
think Seth Rogen goes to all his friends, and says, dude, you know what? Give me, a day or 2 days out of your schedule.
They gotta be funny though, man.
You know
what I
mean?
Some comedians aren't funny.
Dude, just to cut it up with them would be funny, dude.
How many comedians would you want to cut it up with?
I don't know. I've never had that before. They
you talk to me all the time.
You ain't no
probably a few.
Dude,
I don't think I'd want to cut it up with him at a carnival.
You ever see Joe Coy?
I'm fucking funny.
On Netflix?
No, you're not.
Is that the Chinaman?
Yeah.
No.
Joe Coy. He's funny, dude. You should watch him.
No. Like girl comedians, dude. Girl comedians are hard to listen to, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I can't.
Like even the girl that's on what's the girl's name?
Sarah Silverman?
No.
Amy Schumer.
Sarah Silverman is kind of funny. Amy Schumer's fucking terrible.
I can't listen to either one of them.
I'm not saying I like
Sarah
them.
Silverman's kind of funny.
I'm giving you names.
No, but Amy Schumer's fucking terrible.
Whitney Cummings?
That's the black girl,
Angela
right?
Johnson?
Whitney Cummings? No, Whitney Cummings is funny.
Yeah. You're talking about
which one's the black one?
Teresa Hardish?
Haddish.
Whatever.
Tiffany Haddish?
Haddish. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not very funny, but she's funny as fuck in that movie.
Which movie?
The movie that she's famous for.
She's funny in a
there's
lot of movies.
There's two of them. It was I don't. There might be more.
There's one with Whoopi Goldberg where she plays a sister
know.
of somebody else.
No. What's the funny movie she was in? The one with all the girls.
Night School.
No, that's not funny. The one with all the girls.
Night School was funny.
Girls
Bridesmaid.
Girls Night.
Girls Night Out.
Maybe I didn't see it, or Bridesmaids or something.
No, it's not Bridesmaids.
Girls Night Out.
Is it Girls Night Out?
Where she's teaching them to suck dick with the grapefruit.
Is it Girls Night Out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. You've never seen that movie?
It's
oh
with
my god.
Jada Pinkett Smith and
dude.
And a couple other ones.
Juan, what's up, man?
Well, I gotta be a fucking lady, Juan.
Is this the way your hair's combed?
All right, y'all ready
Girls
to go?
Trip. Thank you, sir.
Right.
It was
Hey,
Girls
Girls
Trip.
Trip.
I got that new.
That movie's fucking funny.
That new music.
They're all funny.
Yeah.
You got that new Batman?
Yeah.
Who is it, man? Who is it?
Who?
The new music.
Oh, listen.
Why are we supporting other people on our show?
You gotta listen.
We need. All right, intro.
Like that?
I feel like I should be pouring some cognac right now and fucking lighting a blunt.
That's right there.
Where's my yak, homie? Where's that yak? Yo, D, light up that blunt.
What's up, everybody? We're back with another hard-hitting episode of From the Left Hash. I'm your host, JJ Torres. And to my left over here, I got my boy D.
Hold on, man. You're supposed to go me.
Repping that Austin, Texas. DBU.
I already fucked up the intro.
He switches it up every now and then.
But last weekend, you were the only one here, so he would have went your way.
What do you know about that, yeah. Aggie Evan? DBU.
Yeah, DBU. What are y'all?
They're retired after 2 years quarterback U. QBU.
No, Tannehill's still in the league.
No, I was talking about Manzelli.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
And then to my right over here, I got the mouse from the south pissed off because I didn't introduce him
I'm
first.
just saying. I wasn't here last week, and you introduced him, and then you introduced him first again today.
You are the diva of the show.
Dude, I'm just talking fucking equality.
Right?
Well, equality.
But the
don't the fucking white man
don't
the white man get enough?
Because you're going to fucking storm out.
I'm just saying.
Go back to the last time it was all three of us.
The white man get enough.
First.
Yeah.
That's where you go equality. Maybe he did introduce you
Okay,
first.
and then on the ones and twos, the
I don't
producer Brandon. What's going on, Brandon?
Hey, what's
What's
up,
up,
fellas?
Brandon?
Hey, I'm looking at y'all
Hey,
right now, but
thank
y'all
you for
see the
getting
back
the,
of my head.
Thank you for
Yeah,
getting
we
the
see the
volume
back.
right.
Hey, yeah, we
Or
got
volume
all that
fix.
worked out.
It's not the first time
Nah,
I've
I
seen
mean,
the
just
back
I
of
didn't
your
wanna
head.
hear you.
Right?
Sounds like Friday night to me.
Hell
Don't hear
yeah,
me
that's what I'm
bitch all
talking
the time.
about. Hey, we got somebody texting in already. Somebody saying Watson all day and then Girls Trip. I guess that movie
Ooh.
we were
Yeah,
talking
Girls
about
Trip.
earlier.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, good to be here.
If Watson can survive a season, that offensive line is good. Gosh, horrible.
What are you talking about right
He
now?
said Watson all day
Yeah, what are you talking about? Why is our offensive line horrible?
because it is.
No, it's not.
I mean, y'all lost a running back too.
Okay, let's get
And
into
an
the,
offensive
let's get
lineman.
into the NFL. We're gonna start with the NFL.
Girls trip.
Girls Trip. Yeah, dude, that movie's fucking hilarious. I can't believe you haven't seen
Dude,
it. Dude.
a few of her movies are pretty good.
No.
I laugh at a few of them. Even the night school. I can't stand.
I just don't like Kevin Hart, bro.
yeah, I can't stand Kevin Hart, but she was funny in it.
I gotta watch it.
She was annoying in Uncle
I gotta
Drew.
admit, I haven't seen that one.
I
And
haven't
what?
watched
Kyrie
Uncle
Irving
Drew.
movie. She was annoying. in that.
Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, Uncle Drew.
Is that the basketball one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not watching
The
that
old man.
shit.
Yeah, I haven't watched that either.
All right, so let's start with the NFL. Yeah, Lamar Miller went down, dude. Fucking terrible for the Texans. Dude, they really need to get rid of 2 preseason games, man. I don't know what they're doing. It's fucking retarded. I mean,
Well,
it
if they
was
get
it
rid
was
of
his first carry of the preseason,
If
but
you're
still,
only going to give them 2 preseason games, don't extend the season to 18
yeah,
because that's what they're also talking about doing.
yeah.
But I agree
But-
with you. I think they need to get rid of a couple.
If he was gonna so say, he was gonna tear his leg, his ACL, regardless, right? That's just destined for him. So you get 2 preseason games, then you go into game number 1. He tears it after you've already drafted him. Now you're down. Where he tears
Dude,
it.
we don't care about
he
the,
tears
they
it-
don't care about
he-
the draft.
Hey,
I know they don't, but we do.
somebody.
So he tears it
No,
preseason,
but
and we
as
know,
a-
hey, you can't draft him.
As a fan, for me, I'd rather have him healthy than have him on my team.
there was some
I don't
guy
care.
in fantasy going where he's going. They drafted
Luck,
Miller then Luck or Luck
Yeah,
then Miller
yeah.
back to back.
yeah.
Sucks for him. But yeah, no, it was just bad luck really with Miller because it wasn't. I mean, they say it was he hit him right above the knee, kind of
Yeah.
almost right below the quad.
Yep.
You know, and it just on that turf getting hit like that is just it was a bad play. And y'all's first 3, I was glad what O'Brien did after y'all's first 3 plays. It was like a sack fumble, Miller's injury, and another sack fumble.
Yeah.
And it was like, Watson, you're out.
Well,
Hopkins, you're out.
dude,
All
said-
the starters, you're out.
They said after Miller went down, like everybody, you could tell everybody on the team was just fucking distraught. Like they didn't want to play. And like you said, fucking O'Brien was like, let's get everybody the fuck out of there.
Yeah, we have 90 guys on the team right now.
Yeah,
we
use
can
them.
we can play this game. We'll be
Dude,
all right.
fucking Cowboy fans are so fucking annoying, dude.
What they do this or
Dude, all
what
they
my
did was
fellow
fucking
fans
go
did.
on Facebook and talk a lot of shit about how they beat us and all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, first of all, it's fucking preseason.
Yeah.
It's fucking preseason. So why are you even watching the fucking game? I didn't fucking watch it.
I watched first half because it was supposed to be all the starters. That's why I was gonna watch it.
Yeah, but dude, yeah, all the starters for one team.
Well, it was gonna be the starters more if Miller didn't get hurt.
I don't think so.
It would have been more in the series.
I don't think so because
Yeah, I think so.
going into that week, all I heard from the Texans side was that they were gonna only play one series. The starters were, especially Deshaun.
Oh man.
But
Fucking
but
he
anyways,
like-
dude,
shit.
so it's just so annoying. But if we would have beat y'all, they would have been like, oh, it's just preseason. It's just preseason.
Yeah, it's just preseason. I mean, y'all have beaten us before in the preseason. I've said the same thing. It doesn't matter.
It's so
And
annoying.
it doesn't even
dude.
matter even if it is the third week. I mean, you
Yeah.
like to see what both teams look like for the most part, even if,
Yeah, but you're
despite
not-
what that, you want to see what first teams look against one another, even though it's still not the same. But, I mean, it's preseason. Y'all won the last real game that counts against us. That's all. You
Yeah.
get 3 more years of bragging rights.
Fuck
Fuck
yeah.
us.
But I'm gonna take my preseason wins as wins. So y'all can say what y'all want.
You
We're
need all the
3-0.
wins you
That's
need.
fine.
We're
You
3-0. So
You need all the wins
Yeah.
you can
Hey,
get.
we're
I'll
2-1.
take it.
We've actually pretty well.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It sucks, man. But I'm so glad that we fucking traded for Duke Johnson.
Yeah.
And supposedly we were supposed to work out Ajayi this week sometime. But then I was thinking today, I was like, dude, fucking trade fucking Clowney to fucking San Diego for Melvin Gordon. Be fucking perfect.
Yeah, that's if you want to sign Gordon, and you obviously don't want to sign Clowney for what he wants.
Yeah.
Latest I heard was Miami was interested.
Yeah,
but
what
I think Houston wants Laramie Tunsil, that offensive lineman, as part of the deal, and they said no. He's as of right now, they're like, no, he's not part of the deal.
Yeah.
Or we can't make that trade.
Yeah.
But it's got to be somewhere Clowney likes, because he's got to sign that tender.
Yeah.
And that's the whole problem with it.
Fuck Clowney. Just cut him.
If he went to the Chargers,
Clowney?
yeah,
That'd be pretty sick,
the
dude.
defense is already supposed to be pretty good anyway.
Yeah.
Now you add him to it.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah.
But that sucks for the Texans, and it was good, like you said, good trade for Johnson.
Yeah.
They could have had Foreman, man, if they kept him.
Dude, Foreman,
probably-
he just got cut by the Colts.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He got hurt. He got hurt.
hurt
Was
and
going to
they
be out
cut
for a
his
while,
ass.
and then they cut him.
That sucks, man. That dude never really had a career. Already gone.
No, he had a
This
few
is
good,
worth it.
good games.
Yeah, from what I heard from the Texans side was his work ethic.
Just blows.
So that's why they ended up cutting him. And then, he goes to the Colts, and then the Colts, he was there for 2 weeks.
If
A week and a half?
I think it was 2 weeks.
Wow.
And fucking gets hurt, and they cut his ass.
Because he never got in. It might have even just been a week, because he didn't get into a preseason game
No.
before he got hurt.
Where's he going to go?
Who?
Foreman.
Where's
Y'all
he
gonna
gonna go?
sign him? Y'all gonna sign him?
Fuck no, dude.
Y'all got too many backs.
That dude, come back to UT. We need a running back.
Right? All of our running backs at UT are hurt.
We'll take him.
Fuck. He should have stayed his ass in college another year.
Should have.
And then, so the big news, dude. Big news in the NFL. Fucking Andrew Luck retiring, man. I
Retiring.
fucking blindsided everybody.
Dude, he's only
Yeah.
29, and everybody was like thinking this was gonna be his year, dude. Everybody was talking big on
Well,
him.
and
Like, this is gonna be his year.
He was going to be the next, because Brady who knows if Brady, he could play till he's 50. But Brady, Breeze, and Rivers are kind of the old men of the NFL. That he was supposed to be that next guy to kind of lead
Yep.
the quarterbacks.
Yeah, he just blindsides, dude. What can you say, dude? You're not in his shoes, right? And that dude has been on this injury train for a while.
Yeah.
And you can see it from his perspective. Like, dude, I play, get hurt, rehab, play, get hurt, rehab. It's like, dude, after a while, it takes the fucking fun out of everything.
Well,
Yeah.
I think on Rod Baber's show, he said it was like out of 47 months, 42 of them he was hurt.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
I mean, and like you said, it takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, you're kind of like, dude, I don't want to fucking do this if this is what it's going to be.
And Gronk came out and kind of not really agreed with him, but he came out and said all his getting injured, that took the joy out of playing football. So
Yeah.
it wasn't, not being able to walk for a few days, or not being able to sleep because an injury hurts so bad.
Yeah.
It's like it's not.
Yeah, well, I could attest to that shit, dude, because whenever I was pitching, I had hurt my shoulder, and fuck, dude, I couldn't sleep on it right. I couldn't sleep because if I had it up, it hurt. If I had it down to the side, it hurt. If I was laying on it, it hurt. And then even like sometimes when I was sitting down and I would forget and I'd reach for something real quick, my fucking shoulder would hurt. Trying to pick up my daughter every now and then, my shoulder would fucking hurt. And it's like, dude, if you got kids and you got a family and you still want to be around to be able to do shit with them,
Yeah.
like, more power to the guy for having the balls to step up and say, hey man, I can't do this anymore. I want to be there for my wife and for my kids, when I want to be, the way I want to be.
Knowing he can't give 100% to his team, because they thought about putting him on IR.
Yeah.
Or IL, whatever. It's
Yeah,
called
well, they
in
had
the NFL,
talked to him about it, yeah.
To see if that was it, but he's like, no, I can't give my all. And in football, if you're doing that, you're gonna get hurt, or somebody else is gonna get hurt. When you're not fully invested.
And this might not be forever. He might take a year, still rehab, or maybe even 2 years rehab, throw a little, and then go back and
Maybe
be like,
the
dude,
fun comes back.
let's see if I can compete. I've been the last 2 years pain
He's gonna
free.
go to he's gonna go to the XFL with his dad.
He's gonna take a year or two off rehab.
Play with Stoops in Dallas.
He's gonna cycle on some roids for a while, heal up, HGH, where they're not fucking testing him. And then he's gonna come back throwing the fucking ball everywhere, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck happened?" I guess everybody should retire for 2 years.
He's gonna be a Dallas
But
Cowboy
that's the
next
thing
year.
is like how because all we heard was it was a calf.
Calf slash.
So how-
Well, they kept changing it. It was
Ankle.
a calf, then it was an ankle.
Yeah.
Then it's like, well, if it's calf and an ankle, maybe it's a heel.
How serious could it have been, man? Like that's what's crazy about it.
I don't know if it was even.
Like
I mean,
they
it was
tried
probably,
to make it sound like it wasn't that serious.
Yeah, they did. And I think it ended up coming out saying it was more like a high ankle sprain, but also a calf injury. And I think just the mentalness or the mental anguish that he's having to go through.
He just said, "Fuck it."
Yeah, not worth it.
Yeah, just one more fucking thing. You know what I mean? It's like fuck again. He's like, you know what? Fuck this. I got money. I don't need to be here. I'm out.
Yeah, and I saw a bunch of people fucking ripping his ass. Like Stephen A. Smith was kind of talking down because of, the timing and, how he did it or whatever.
Yeah, but
The fans fucking booing him
Yeah.
when he was walking out of the stadium.
that's bullshit from the fans. I mean, the fans are short for fanatic.
Yeah.
They don't fucking care. They're not the ones going through the pain, the anguish, the pressure.
Check this out.
You know?
They're booing him before they even know why he's retiring.
Yeah.
It just-
God forbid anything bad, but what if he goes in there and says something total, and it's a total different situation, and he's got to retire? You know what I mean? Then how these fans are gonna feel like?
You can't look at that, man,
dumbasses.
because the fans are the same people that'll cheer the opposite team when someone gets hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Philadelphia
if you're in
Eagles, your
Philly.
You know what I mean?
team, yeah, Adam. Yeah, that's your
So-
team, Adam.
You can't really put that into perspective, but like I haven't seen any football, at least I haven't seen any football person say anything bad about what happened. For the most part, they're understanding and
Saw one.
out of all of the everyone
Yeah.
who spoke.
Yeah.
But then you have Stephen A. Smith. It's like who the fuck cares, dude? You play basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a totally different sport. You're not fucking getting hit. You're not getting pressured. You're not getting tackled, sacked. You don't have the whole fucking team on your back. Essentially, I mean, maybe he didn't, but essentially the quarterback is the leader out there.
In the face of the franchise.
It's
in
a
most cases.
completely different game and completely different pressure they feel.
Oh, and it's one of the most ultimate team sports too. Probably the most ultimate team
But,
sport.
know,
it was a quarterback, Steve Burlon.
Yeah,
He
they
tweeted something.
he
And
said
who
a
was-
bunch of shit.
and who was he? How
Yeah.
long was his career? What did he do?
He played a pretty long career.
Well, fuck him anyways.
He's got a ring or two, maybe.
Yeah, but that dude, that dude is sitting there, saying shit. You're not going to be able to sit there and tell somebody how to get through an injury because
Well,
it's different for everybody.
Exactly. Every situation is different.
I
mean,
didn't like what that guy said. I didn't like what Stephen A. said too much. There was another
it's a
guy.
little different, but it was the same thing when Ricky decided to step away a few weeks before the season started. Everybody killed him because it was, a selfish move and letting his teammates down. Just that aspect as far as comparing it to Luck. I know it was two totally different reasons why, but
Stephen A. came out and was like, yeah, he could have done this, a month or two ago. And I'm like, dude, knowing Andrew Luck and the type of competitor he is, that guy is trying to fucking play.
well, he got hurt.
It's not like he's trying. It's not like he's not trying to play.
Yeah, he got hurt in April, so he figured, okay, I'll rehab this. I'll be ready by the time July rolls around and camp starts.
So
And then-
if you're trying to fucking play, why the fuck are you mad? If you get you quit before, or you're not quit, but you retire a week or two before the season. Like, what does it matter when you retire if you were trying to fucking play?
Well, it doesn't if you're trying to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, Stephen A. had a problem with the timing where he was saying that he should have done it, a month ago. I'm like, what the?
A month ago, it still would have been bad timing because you got to think, a lot of these I don't know how many they signed, but some of these free agents went there, Funches, to play with Andrew Luck, to, maybe on defense, play with his team because you think they go to the Super Bowl. Even if he did it a month ago, it's still the same situation.
Yeah.
Maybe the Colts can go out and get a backup or trade for somebody, but what quarterback's out there that they're going to trade for anyway?
Yeah.
They did that last time Andrew Luck got hurt and missed the whole season, and they got Brissett, but he was there for, a month, maybe not even that.
Yeah.
And look how bad they were. At least Brissett's been in this system and knows the team, and the team's better than it was a few years ago. So they're kind of prepared. It just bad timing, but you can't predict these things. Maybe a month ago he felt these same things, but he's like, no, I'll get it back. I'll get better, and I'll get back to playing the sport I love.
Yeah.
But obviously it didn't happen.
Yeah. What's up, cuz? Shout out to all my Blanco family and friends listening out there.
That's pretty cool of you, man.
What?
You
Giving a shout out?
yeah, give
You got a shout out you want to give
people
to
shout
somebody?
out.
Somebody special you got at home?
No.
Send out a heartbeat.
They came back. They came back
They
after
came-
a week of
yeah.
being gone.
My wife, man, finally home.
Your
I'd like to
wife.
dedicate
Shout
a
out
song
our
to my
number
wife.
one fan.
Right? Dedicate a song.
She
Baby, this is-
she was even watching. She was even watching when she was over there.
Oh, she was watching me and D.
Yeah.
That make you a little jealous.
Yeah. No, it didn't make me jealous because, she was like, it's just something missing. I was like, I know. I said, I know.
There's
It's
too
okay.
bright in that room.
It's
we need
okay.
some darkness
Yeah.
over there.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. It sucks, dude. And I've got my brother's a Colts fan and my brother-in-law's a Colts fan, and they were fucking bummed. It sucks, dude. That dude was pegged to be a Hall of Famer, and now he's not gonna get there because of how short his career was.
And they had a pretty good team.
They had seven? He had 7 seasons? 6 because he didn't fucking. I mean, dude, the guy
like
didn't
that,
throw
yeah.
a football for a fucking year and a half.
Yeah.
Like that's how bad his shoulder hurt. That's pretty bad, dude.
And that can zap some of the fun out of you too,
Yeah.
and make you experience other things in life that make you realize, hey,
Yeah, that doesn't.
Maybe they're-
I mean, we haven't even fucking gotten into like the depression he could be feeling, all that kinds of shit. How it fucks with your brain, not being able to perform the way you want to perform.
well, yeah, all those people at that level,
Yeah,
they want to be at their absolute best.
yeah,
When you're playing at 75, 80%, you got to continually do that.
yeah. I mean, he gets fucking pissed off when his mic doesn't sound right over here.
Yep. That's the one thing I got.
I'll attest to that.
That's the
he's
one
at
thing I
80%.
fucking have over here is my mic and my fucking headphones, and I can't even hear myself right. What the fuck, man?
Oh, we
Y'all
can hear
y'all
you
can
now,
see how
man.
tense he gets about the subject.
We can hear you now. Yeah, that's about it, man. You got anything else football wise?
Not NFL. We got
No.
the last week, cuts on Saturday, and
Yep.
get started in about 10 days, man.
Yep. It's
Sunday
gonna be
night.
fun.
Or Thursday night.
Thursday.
Bears and Packers.
Yep. Yeah, football season's coming. College. You ready,
Fucking
dude?
right on, dude. Well, did y'all
Yeah.
watch the Saturday game? I didn't
I
get to watch it.
I watched
the
some. I
I
Miami,
watched a little
Florida.
bit
I
of
watched
it.
some of it.
It was
It
kinda
wasn't that
boring.
good, yeah.
It really was. I was flipping through that, and
was bad it was
something
bad
I probably
football.
seen before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just wasn't interesting.
It
That's
was,
what I was hearing.
it was bad football.
Miami's offensive line was horrible.
Yeah.
I think Florida ended up with 10 sacks. And that doesn't even tell you how much pressure they got on them.
You should have watched it to get ready for the San Francisco.
Oh, man, shit. Just go rent me a fucking gay porn and do the same.
Oh man.
Get the same experience. Hey, man, you know what?
What?
In the third preseason game, Garoppolo turned it around a little bit. He got some completions and some yardage. So I mean, he went up.
Yeah.
What do you go 2 for 11?
I mean, it's progress.
No, he actually
It's
pretty well.
It's progress. So I'll take it.
threw a pretty good touchdown pass to Matt Breida.
I'm being
Nice.
optimistic.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay.
We got everywhere to climb. People predicting we'll win maybe 8 games this year. So 500 is fine for me.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Add those
see.
preseason games in there. You got a over 500 record.
Yep.
I can see 8 and 8, 9
I'm
and
I'm
7.
counting them. I'm gonna count them.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Thursday
Thursday starts.
What
Uh-oh.
is that?
Somebody. Hey.
Oh, my daughter. Hey, babe.
Hey, Dad, I see you.
Hey, Neve. Hi, E's daughter.
Yeah, he's right there. Oh man, that's funny. What it do? Double D?
Double D.
Corbin?
Oh, what's up, Corbin? Yeah, he was a senior when I was in 8th grade.
I don't care.
Really good basketball player. Shut up. I don't care that you don't care. you're gonna ask about him. I'm gonna answer it.
I don't care that you don't care. I didn't ask about him. Did
Yeah,
I?
you did. You kind of looked at me and said
No,
Corbin.
he just read the comment.
I just said.
you
what did
you
you
were
double D?
explaining your
Corbin?
I
relationship.
took it as you asking who that was.
Hey man, it was.
So
I
anyway.
think it's cool that when you were an 8th grader, you knew a senior. That's
Yeah,
fucking
that is
awesome.
pretty
Well,
cool.
no, he's just the best basketball player, and one of the best.
So you were a
In
groupie.
Dripping Springs.
Yeah,
So-
no, I played basketball, so you know that it's a small town. You just know everybody,
That's
especially when
fucking
you're
awesome,
going to the
dude.
games.
I wish I knew a really good basketball player. I don't.
He's sitting right here.
No.
They used to call him white chocolate in high school.
No, they didn't.
No.
No.
Nah, they did.
They call me Darnell.
You're being
Closest,
honest.
man.
Darnell.
Darnell. You get mad and throw the ball?
Nah, from Darnell Jefferson off the program.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but Texas, man. What are you expecting? What are you expecting to see?
Dude, I don't know. I'm trying not to have expectations
No.
because
You got to have expectations.
my feeling
For
is
the year or for Saturday?
No, for Saturday. This Saturday. What do you want the final score to be that would make you think, all right, Texas is back right
I
now?
want it like
41,
48
17
to
at
3, 48 to 10.
At least no worse than 41-17, something like that.
Yeah. I was thinking
Because
like,
I think Tulsa can score. Or not Tulsa, Louisiana Tech.
yeah, I was thinking something like that, like high 40s to 10.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
I would be
That's what I
happy
wanna
with that.
see.
Yeah.
I want to see us dominate. And because like that Georgia game, man, we dominated, but we didn't really score like we should have.
Yeah, well, that's one of the biggest things that Herman has talked about big time changing this year is getting more explosive on offense and having more explosive plays.
I want to see an offensive. This is what I want to see Saturday morning.
Oh, shit. Break
Even
it
if
down.
it's close.
Break it
I
down.
want to see a touchdown over 50 yards.
Yeah.
We didn't
Well,
have
yeah, 'cause
one
we
last
didn't-
year,
we didn't have
not
one-
including a punt return.
I don't think we had one over 40 last year.
We might have had one in the 40s.
I don't know. I don't think so.
there
I think
was
that's what they were talking about on the.
We
on the
definitely
horn this
didn't
morning.
have one in the 50s. That's what I want to see Saturday. A big play.
Yeah.
Because that's what this offense needs to do is open up.
Yeah, but we got one big playmaker.
No, we got a few. We just don't hit them.
Oh
Bye,
my God.
babe. Hang up now. Turn it off.
Put your phone.
Put your mom on the phone.
I want y'all. I don't want to read this comment. So it says the show is not for me. My dad is talking about gay porn. Hi, Darryl. Bye, Darryl.
At least she knows when to tune out,
Way
man.
to set a good example.
Well, when I started talking like that, did I know my daughter was going to tune in? I figured my wife
Did
would
you
be
know
like,
she was
"Hey,
not gonna tune
this
in?
is off limits." But apparently,
Yeah, what are you doing? Why do you come back and
apparently,
you
I know.
stop
She
watching
fucking
your kids?
just slip. I'm gonna have to have a talk.
No, you ain't going to have no talk. She can end up talking to you.
Yeah, that ain't no lie.
Well,
Well, then you need to be here to watch her.
yeah.
Yeah, so,
So if I'm not here next week, you know
Next
what
week.
happened.
next week you ain't gonna be here.
I can't make the show, guys. I'm sorry.
So yeah, high 40s to 10, right? That's what we're looking at.
Yeah. I mean, they would have to because immediately after that, you're playing
LSU.
LSU.
Yeah, man.
So
We're gonna-
you have to see something coming out of that game that's like, okay, we're on the level
And
on this level.
this team, LSU pulled away in the fourth quarter against them, but this team was down by 3 midway in the fourth against LSU. Louisiana Tech in LSU.
Yeah.
So they're losing some on defense, but their offense should
LSU's
be
ranked
better.
ahead of us, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's gonna be a big game.
I think
man.
it's gonna. I think they have to show out all the hype that's surrounding Texas this year. You know, the growth that they're saying Ellinger has made this year going into his junior year. All the recruits coming in, you know, these hot class of recruits that are coming in 4 and 5 stars. I think you have to show out. Texas has to do something big to validate their mindset or
I would be okay.
the hype.
I would be okay if they struggled 1 by 10 and then beat the shit out of LSU next week. That's another thing I'd be okay.
Yeah, but if they struggle,
Yeah, but now you're
and
waiting
win,
2 weeks, dude.
Yeah, if they
I know, I'm
struggle
just
and
saying.
win by 10, going into the LSU game, you're like, dude, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
I mean, if they struggle against La Tech and win by a field goal or
I wanna-
by 10,
I want to feel good going into LSU.
exactly.
week.
No, I do too, but I'm just telling you what I would be okay with.
Well, yeah. If,
not
if
saying that's
we
what I
win,
want to
if
see.
we win by 1 and then we fucking smash LSU, I'd be happy too. But I wouldn't be happy after the week 1 game. You know what I mean?
Then I'd feel just like fucking Mac Brown's coaching again,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Or
All
Charlie
year,
Strong.
blowing smoke up our asses, telling us this is the best class you've ever had
Yeah, but
coming
you
in,
gotta
and blah, blah,
expect
blah.
that. You gotta expect that
Well,
every year.
I know, but then they would play, and you're like, what the fuck? I
'Cause
thought we were actually
that
good.
was Mac Brown. I always talked about how great his running game was.
Yeah.
And how great the run defense was. And in like the first 4 or 5 games, we couldn't run for shit and we were getting run on all day long.
Yeah.
It was like, Mac, it's because we were running against our defense. That makes sense. Okay.
I would.
Big Ho, what up, baby? Yeah.
What's up?
What's up, Big Joe?
What up? What up?
See you Friday, bud.
Hey man, you're not allowed to draft any Patriots this year. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man. I just wish it was week 2 already, dude. I want to see what we're gonna look like against LSU.
Well, after the last 2 years, I want to make sure we win this game first.
Yeah, but
I know it's no Maryland. But
it's
still,
not
damn.
Maryland.
I can say that like this is probably the first year that I'm hyped about. I mean, like really hyped about watching them.
Yeah.
And it's not because all off season we were getting smoke blown up our asses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they've been real true to how things are going without the coaches hyping them up. And I'm actually like, dude, we might have a chance of something great this year.
Yeah, well, I think Herman is more truthful than Charlie Strong and Mac Brown.
But I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
To
I
be
think
that
it is too.
hyped, and it's not just me, it's a lot of people, to be that hyped when you got a coach like that's really true to what's going on.
Yeah.
And he's not going to lie to you. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that in itself is a fucking good sign.
Yeah, the only thing that worries me is our running back situation going into the first game.
Yeah, they got their that quarterback, the third string quarterback now running back.
Yeah,
and they said they moved him today.
I think he would. He'd only
Rashad
play in
Johnson or
case
something
of
like that.
emergency.
What was his name? Rashad Johnson or
Yeah,
something?
Rashawn Johnson.
Rashawn
Because he's
Johnson.
a freshman quarterback. I think even the walk-on freshman that they just gave a scholarship to, I think he would play before they would put Johnson in. Only because I don't think they're trying not to play Johnson if they don't have to.
Yeah.
We can be nasty again now. She's not
Oh,
listening.
okay. My daughter's off.
Yeah, we
Thanks,
can
babe.
go back
I mean,
to the
that's
porn
just
talk.
it, dude. I mean, it's me. I'm gonna say whatever. I'm not fucking regulated. I'm just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you ain't got no filter.
yeah, like,
Well, you are regulated. You're just not regulated here.
yeah. At home is different. I fucking open my mouth unless she tells me I can.
Yeah, at home he doesn't get above 3,000 RPMs.
I'm like,
Over
babe,
here he's running like a 7 or 8.
babe, am I allowed to have
Redlining
an
the whole
opinion on
time.
this? Babe, am I allowed to object to what you just said? No? All right.
Put your headphones back on, play your game.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, I completely forgot what I was gonna say.
I don't know.
Who knows about Texas, but
You're
running
number one
backs.
fan. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just the running back situation. That sucks, but you know what?
They said they were all going to be fine, though.
A good coaching staff is going to find a way to get it done.
Yeah.
So,
well, you just develop around with the talent you have there.
Yeah.
And honestly, you like running your quarterback, so you're gonna run Sam.
That's
a few
scary,
times.
man. That's
the thing,
scary.
though, dude.
Well,
Like,
but
I don't want to
that's-
use them until we have to use them.
You're still gonna do it because that's part of your offense. You still want to run the same plays.
Yeah.
You get a rhythm into running them. So I don't think he'll be getting 20 carries.
no,
but he's gonna
he might against LSU.
He may get like 8 or 9. Get him in the flow of playing football again. I don't think that's the game plan. Yeah, I think I'm with you. LSU, he might get 20 carries.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, I
think
think
we'll
we
be
should
great, dude.
fucking roll this team, dude, and I hope we do because I want to fucking shit on Terry Bradshaw's fucking forehead.
I don't think Terry
Fuck
Bradshaw
that
has
guy.
ever said anything good about Texas.
Fuck that guy.
He won't because he went not just because of La Tech, but he's a Steeler and hates the Cowboys.
He's
I
a
just don't think
bitch.
I've ever heard him say anything good about it.
He's a bitch.
And I mean, and
That's all I got to say.
it's
about
not
it.
it's not just a fan base. Weren't they in the AP poll? They're number 10.
Who?
Texas.
Oh yeah.
So and that hasn't happened since when? When did they say 2013 or something like that?
Probably back, 2012, 2013.
I mean, so
somewhere
it's
back in
not
there.
just the fan base being fan base.
preseason anyway.
Other people are seeing it too. That Texas has a real shot.
Yeah.
And it's the talent that we have, the coaching staff that we have, the people coming in, and the progress we're making.
You have because Ingram, you could say was your co-starter, even though I think Watson was the main starter at running back. But you got your starting quarterback, starting wide receiver, a lot of your starting offensive line coming back.
Yeah.
Duvernay, so technically 2 receiver starters coming back. A good recruiting class on the offensive side.
Mm-hmm.
You got some holes on the defense, but you still have guys who are good and played well. Stearns in the backfield with Foster and Jones.
Yep.
The cornerbacks, that's probably their weak spot if Texas has one on defense.
Well, see, I thought
Because
our weak
they're-
spot would be our front 7. I think our secondary is going to be fucking great, man.
Our cornerbacks are going to struggle because they haven't played
Yeah.
significant time anyway. From what I've been hearing, the defensive line looks pretty good. I do think the linebackers finding the right 2 that are going to be in there most of the time is going to be a struggle. But
dude, from what I've heard is we've got a fuck ton of speed on defense. Like especially at linebacker,
and
we've got
size
a lot
up
of speed.
front.
Yeah.
Like they showed the starting 3 guard linemen from last year's. Their weight was like 255 for Hager, 2 something,
Mm-hmm.
2 barely 270, 280, something like that. 300, 290, and like 300
Yeah.
in front. That's what you want eating up those blocks.
Yeah.
You know, so that was kind of good to see. Hopefully, our run defense will be better.
I'm
Coburn
saying it right
is-
now, man.
Coburn's supposed to start at D-tackle.
They're gonna dedicate this year to set B, and they're going all the way, all the way.
To the playoffs
To
or
the
to the
ship.
champion?
Playoff.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
ship.
I have a question. Now, I'm
In
glad you said
said
that.
B's name, they're going to the ship.
I'm glad you said that because I brought up a bet I want to put on JJ. See if he's still
A
willing.
bet?
A bet on
See if
me.
he's still willing to do it because he was willing to do it last year around bowl season.
Bet.
What?
Texas beats Alabama. Will you get a tattoo?
If Texas beats Alabama, yeah, I'll get a fucking tattoo.
Okay.
What? Dude, that'd be legit, dude.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to know. Just want to get on the air.
I'll
so
get a
the
fucking
fans
whole. I'll
can
get a whole
see.
longhorn shitting on a fucking elephant right on.
What?
I don't know if I'll do that.
That's I don't
But
know.
that'd
that
be
idea.
nice.
It would be, but that'd be kind of big.
Yeah, it'd be real big. Yeah,
With the inscription said "Rolled Tide."
yeah, rolled tide.
We rolled them motherfuckers. Rolled.
No, I
Tide.
need some rolled tide.
All right, good. Just good to know. Good to
Yeah.
know.
Nah, yeah, I'll do that. I don't give a fuck.
Gives
Right,
no
Brandon?
fucks.
Brandon will get one too. Fuck it.
Fuck yeah, I'll do it.
You can't take it back. That's what you
can't
said,
take
man.
it
It's on the internet, dude. It's the truth. Everything on the internet is true.
Yeah,
He'll
man.
just go block it out.
Yeah, I got a good
producer
feeling
style.
about this year too, man. I at least think that we're gonna make the playoff because I think we're gonna come out on top in the Big 12.
I see that.
I think we could get OU twice this year because that's who we're gonna have to beat. You know,
See, I'm not so high on Oklahoma.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not very high on them either. I'm still not sold that what's his dick could fucking field a good defense.
Mm-mm.
You know.
Yeah. They did go and get that Ohio State defensive coordinator, but I don't
Yeah.
think that's going to help a whole
No.
lot. One game that worries me, there's a couple games on UT's schedule, but I don't like the at Iowa State.
Yeah, it's always
if-
scary playing the motherfuckers.
If they're healthy and playing like people think they could be, that's
Yeah.
going to be a tough game. And same with TCU. People think they
Yep.
could be a comeback team this year.
Well, they're always good and they
And,
always play us tough.
They always play us tough. Patterson
Fucking Patterson's
always has
always
that
talking
good
shit.
defense.
Talking about how soft we are. Are you softy?
Get past LSU, man. It's gonna
Huh?
be interesting.
Are you soft right now?
Sometimes between the torso and my pelvic area.
He
I
probably
got
wasn't
a big
earlier when
fucking
he,
soft
he
spot.
probably wasn't earlier when he was talking about gay porn.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, never with that, dude. Yeah, never. Just
Yeah. What else you want to talk about, man? Sports wise,
Man,
it's
football-wise-
7:57 and OU still sucks.
Yes,
Fuck
sir.
Yeah.
They still suck.
yeah, buddy.
Yeah, college football wise, that's about it, man. Are there any like
That's
huge
all that's
matchups?
important.
Yeah.
The only one in the top 25 I saw with two of them playing each other was number 11 Oregon and number 16 Auburn, and that's
That'll be a good one.
6:30 Saturday. It's probably an ABC game,
Yeah.
in Dallas or in one of the non.
Yeah.
College is different for me, man. Like
We just
the only
don't-
team I'm interested in is
Yeah.
Texas. That's it.
Yeah.
But like NFL, I can watch other teams playing. I don't know why.
Well, you only have to watch it because that's the only time you get to watch good football. I mean, if you're
We're
watching the
watching someone
49ers,
else.
Well, they haven't been on TV.
Bro,
a
if
lot
you've been
either. That's
watching
one
the
bad thing about the
preseason
Niners.
games, they've been winning. All right, so that's some good
well,
football.
that's the thing is I haven't been watching. I don't watch preseason.
Maybe you should. You'd watch a good game.
No,
No, not the other night. Not for his team.
No,
no,
not for his
I
team.
don't like preseason.
All right.
I want to just. We should just start the season. That's
Fuck
it.
yeah.
No, get a couple games. You got to figure out a few spots.
You
Still-
can tell.
still
You can tell
gotta-
those spots in
You
practice,
still got to.
man.
Nah, some of them you can't. And I'm not saying you got to play any starters. Play all you got. They have 90 people.
games.
They have 90 people at camp.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me the 46
Yeah, but
are
they
going to
could
make?
cut that shit down, dude. They don't need to fucking start at 90.
Well, if you're playing 4 games, you do. If you're only
Yeah,
going to play
but that's
2,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
If you're playing 2, you don't have to start out at 90. You can start out at like,
But they only switched to 90
75.
the last. Not even just this year or last year
yeah.
because they didn't want to have to play the starters or some of their key guys in games that didn't matter.
Yeah.
They should just make the 4 preseason games like flag football. Just put some flags on them and let them play.
Pretty
Fuck
much
it,
is. There
go.
ain't no starter really that
Yeah.
plays any.
No,
of the
but I'm
4
just saying,
games.
you put starters in there and go. Flags.
Nah.
Make it fun.
7-on-7.
Yep.
Nah, because that's how the worst injuries happen, the non-contacts.
That is true.
Man, why you gotta fucking rain on my parade?
Because
dude?
it's a bad parade, man.
Yeah, dude, it would have been cool.
The comedians ain't gonna be at this parade
No.
It would be
They're
cool
either. Not
if
if it's
they were.
raining either.
Dude, I would go to a carnival if there were comedians there
Oh my god.
instead of like homeless white dudes.
There you
manning
go,
the
Big
rides.
Joe. There you go, Big Joe.
Dude, welcome to fucking 10 minutes ago.
What?
was 7:57. It was
Yeah,
not
he
10
said
minutes
that.
ago.
Yeah, we fucking read
I
it.
read it.
The first Big Joe where it says 7:57 and
Yeah.
That's why I said welcome to 10 minutes ago.
You said, yeah, that's right.
No, I know what he said. What's good, E? That's where I said.
That was a long time ago.
Dude, that was before the
it
show
was
started.
not 10 minutes ago.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how high are you?
Before the show started, and it was only 3 minutes ago, jackass.
What are you talking about? The last one was 3 minutes ago. The 7:57
Oh,
one.
no, I didn't see that one.
No,
That's
I
why
read it.
said it. No, you said it's 7:55. I thought you said it's 7:55. And
No, I said it's 7:57.
Because you looked at your
still
phone.
sucks.
I know, that's why I misheard
Oh,
you.
okay.
Because you hit your phone and then read that too. That's
Oh.
why I thought you were saying it's 7:55.
No. Brandon's like,
He's lost, man.
No. See, now would be a good time to just walk out.
right.
Go home. Just go home, let y'all talk.
Don't
Surprise,
do
surprise.
it. Don't do it. Yeah, I guess we can get into that, man. Let's go. What else you want to talk about?
I don't know.
We need to change that, man. I'm
I
fucking
told you.
tired of McGregor.
Surprise,
Yeah,
surprise, surprise.
You keep saying it and it's still there.
I'm
Host,
I'm getting tired. Well, I'm
Hey,
not,
man, can we
I
get-
don't change it?
first round pick holder.
What movie did Samuel Jackson, he like busts in the room and he's like, surprise, motherfucker. Can we get that?
That was Pulp Fiction, wasn't it?
Okay, can we get that? I mean, B,
Was it
I
that?
know you're on fucking public access now, but can you put some effort into our shit, please?
Can we get
I don't know, man. I'm big time now.
Can we
Very
get some
busy.
love, man?
I mean, I'm gonna start putting these recordings on my phone and just put my phone to the mic and play this shit.
No, he won't go to that much work.
Yeah, I won't.
He didn't even research nothing for the show.
Dude, I tried to, but fucking Brandon kept showing me his dick earlier, and I was like, dude, can I concentrate? And then he was like, hey, man, I'm gonna
And
go.
then we walk in
Yeah.
here and he's fucking watching
He goes,
a thing
The
about the
Matrix.
Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
So you
fucking...
weren't trying to do shit.
Dude, Brandon took me all off, man. And then he's like, hey, man, I'm gonna go fucking shower. You want to come in? I was like, no, man.
Well,
All right,
you
man.
Told him I
you-
left the door open. a
You
little
talk
bit for him
about
if he
gay
wants to just
porn,
come on
so
in.
why not would he offer? You get here 30 minutes before
Right?
the show.
Brandon's not my type, dude.
he
He's just
doesn't
not
know
my
that.
type,
He's
man.
going to try.
Shit, you don't know what you missing, dog.
Something
All
wrong
right,
with y'all.
so the surprise segment is when we step away from the sports a little bit,
If
and
you couldn't tell
we
just then.
we just go off the rails, man. We just start talking about whatever fucking comes to the dome.
Brandon being naked. That's
Big
That's what
Joe.
came to your dome.
boom.
Big Joe, I'll stay
You
in
want
the
me to get naked?
clouds.
I'll get naked again.
Big Joe, I'll stay in the clouds if I want to, fam. All right. In fact, I'll come Friday. You'll see me in the clouds.
What is these smoking?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot.
Nothing.
A lot of
There's
something.
nothing.
Some good stuff.
There's
A
a
lot of
pen.
something.
There's a pen right here, and not the kind of good pen.
Just
Oh.
put it this
Regular
way:
pen.
when he comes in the door, he like has one hand on the wall while he's walking, just so he doesn't fucking get lost.
No, today only because I had a limp. That's the only reason I had to. See, today Limpy would have worked
Yeah, Limpy would have worked.
because I had a limp.
Yep. All right, man.
Let's go
talk
out the
about-
fucking rails.
Let's talk about some crazy shit, dude, that I fucking got into last night. And then today, it was so slow at work that I just went down a fucking long, dark hole of YouTube stuff.
Didn't it usually
And the
the
first
first slow
thing-
day of work for you?
Sometimes.
Most
Not all
of
the
the time.
time.
Thank you, E.
Shut the
Evan,
fuck up.
Evan, you can tell us.
Evan don't fucking know. He's a naggy.
Good,
All right, but
bad. Good
anyways,
point.
have y'all ever heard of the Mandela Effect?
Not till the
No,
Brandon?
but I read about. I mean,
Oh,
I-
yeah.
I saw a video on it
Oh,
earlier.
you have?
Yep.
Okay. So you saw a video of it.
Yeah,
So what did you take from the video?
that it just. I don't know. It's fake, man. There's got to be a
You think
logical
it's fake?
explanation for that. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, Darryl, the Mandela, since you don't know, the Mandela Effect is like, it's a
How
bunch
you know? I don't know.
well, because I asked you right now and you said you don't know.
No, I said today, but I read about it. But I really
Oh.
didn't read and understand it, so I was gonna let you teach me it anyway.
Well, that's what
I
I'm
just-
about to do.
I know. I just wanted to stop and be a dick. Go ahead.
Oh, my God. Okay, so it got its name by, everybody knows Nelson Mandela, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So for some reason, and this I don't remember this. I don't know
I
about
don't
you two.
remember
I
either.
don't. I don't either because I know where you're going with this.
But
part.
it was back in the 80s, and you
it
know,
was like 88, I think. Is what
yeah. Well,
I read or something.
I don't know
In the
when he was
80s.
actually put in prison. What year was he actually put in prison? Because he was in there for 27 years.
So if he got out in the 80s,
No, really.
Well, I don't know when he got out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't
It's
think he did
it's
get
like
out
late
of
80s, I think. But anyways, so a lot of people for some reason remember.
Released in 90, did 27 years.
Okay, so he was released. So for some reason, a lot of people remember him dying in prison. when he was in prison, and they have like legit details about his funeral that they saw on TV, riots that happened afterwards. They just they news clippings and stuff. They remember seeing all this shit, but the dude didn't die till 2013. He got out of prison and became a president.
Well, see, my thing on that was everybody says, "Oh, I remember hearing that he died," and blah blah blah, but they didn't show no evidence of that. No news clipping, no obituary, which would have been out there.
They didn't. But what I'm saying is, why do these people? The reason, what they're saying is, why do people remember him?
Because it could have been a rumor that got started and it just spread like wildfire, and
but these people have no connection to each other.
Well, no, but if you've all heard the rumor somewhere or just in a conversation, like the guy I was listening to, he's like, your brain wants to connect a memory to something. Mm-hmm. So he goes, even if you heard it in a far off conversation, your brain wants to put you in there because it doesn't like gaps in memory. So it wants to familiarize itself with what's going on. So it like grasps, and you think that you were part of the conversation, which really you weren't. It was just something you overheard.
Okay, but then he ends up dying in 2013.
Yeah, for real. And there's an obituary for it.
How would you feel about it if you thought he died in
I feel I was fucking wrong.
Mid 80s.
I feel I was wrong. I mean, I'm hoping.
Wouldn't you have known though? Before he actually died.
That's what I'm saying. Like he became a president.
Yeah, I know,
and stuff like
and
that.
It was famous when he got out of jail.
Yeah. So why wouldn't you
put two and two together and be like, oh shit, what the hell did I watch? Whose funeral did I watch?
They didn't watch a funeral. That's just it. If you go back and look at newspapers, there's no newspaper or anything showing that he died.
But that's the reason why people are thinking that there's parallel universes.
Or it could just be a rumor that people heard and they think.
Okay, so what about this?
That's what a rumor is.
So there's a bunch of them, right?
Yeah.
So what about how do you spell Looney Tunes?
What?
How do you spell Looney Tunes?
LOONEYTUNES.
Okay. Is that how you spell it? See, I always thought it was TOONS.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, are you spelling it like that because you saw the video?
That's the way I remember seeing it. No, I'll tell you the one that got me, really, got me, was the Bernstein Bears. When he showed that example, in my brain, I was like, I remember seeing the Bernstein Bears.
Yeah, but they're the Bernstein Bears.
But it's the Bernstein Bears.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it's the Bernstein Bears.
Yeah.
But majority of people remember the Bernstein Bears.
Yeah.
And that was back in my time reading books in elementary.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could have sworn.
I never thought about looking at the name, but to me, it was always the Bernstein Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the Bernstein Bears.
And now that you say that,
Bernstein
now
Bears.
that you say it, I think growing up, before I would have seen it, I would have thought it was tunes like you did. TOONS, because to me it's just like cartoons, so it would be tunes.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's what I always thought.
Yeah.
I always thought for some reason, even on Space Jam, for some reason I always thought it said Toon Squad, TOON Squad.
It was Goon Squad, no?
No,
Toon Squad.
it was Toon Squad,
T-U-N-E.
but it was TUNE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that fucking tripped me out. Like even my father-in-law, which he's like 60 something, I told him, I was like, how do you spell Looney Tunes? And he spelled it TOONS. And I was like, no, that's not how you spell it. And he goes, no, yeah, it is. I was like, no, it's not. And he goes, well, they must have changed it sometime. I'm like, they never changed it.
But even if they did.
But he remembers it
Yeah.
as TOONS.
But even if they did change it, it would be a subtle change that nobody would think about. So it would just start existing after the change, and then you would look back and be like, I could have recalled it was something else. It quite possibly could have been something else. And
yeah, but it wasn't.
They just quietly changed it.
But it wasn't.
We don't know that.
We do know that.
How do we know that?
Because you can go back and look at all the videos. It's always been tunes, TUNES, not TOONS.
That Bernstein Bears got me. That's all I got to say. That's
but
the
also,
only one that was like, oh.
So the Monopoly guy?
Huh?
The Monopoly guy.
What about him?
Does he have a
monocle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing him have one.
He doesn't. He's never had one.
Oh, see that? Well, that blows my mind because I could have sworn I've seen him have one.
But see, also in the movie, in the Ace Ventura Pet Detective, you remember how he ends up knocking the dude out, and he's like, "You look like the Monopoly guy." That guy has a monocle.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But the real Monopoly guy doesn't.
Or maybe we saw an aftermarket version of him that had one.
No.
And because of
He's never
copyrights,
had 'em.
they had to make him a little different. And so that's what we're recalling.
I've never seen the aftermarket.
That's what we're
You
recalling.
might be
Monopoly.
thinking of rich Uncle Pennybags.
I don't know, man. Or maybe
Oh no, that's Monopoly.
That's
guy,
the
never
Monopoly
mind.
guy.
Well, I know, but I saw this because this is the one with the monocle, but this is the
Oh,
Monopoly. guy.
no, that's not.
No,
That's crazy, right?
I don't know. I don't know. That is.
You're blowing his mind
Yeah.
I
over
know,
there.
dude. That's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
if that's the truth, I do remember him having a monocle. Why? I don't know.
Exactly.
But I do.
You're from a parallel universe
Yeah.
where he does have a monocle, but in
Could be, dude.
this universe he doesn't.
Yeah. Could be.
I don't know. The dude that dressed up like him has a monocle. Maybe you saw that Monopoly man.
No.
But
No,
see,
I've never
that's the
seen
thing.
that.
Whenever you see people dress up as them for Halloween, they
have a
wear the monocle,
Yeah.
but he doesn't have one.
Yeah. I mean, that would be crazy.
And then also, do you remember a movie that was called Shazam with Sinbad?
Yeah.
You remember it?
I didn't watch it, but I remember it. Yeah.
Never happened. Never happened.
Crazy.
No, he no, yes.
It never happened.
He made a movie like that, but it wasn't Shazam. It was like
No, it never happened. The movie you're thinking
No.
about is Kazam with
Shazam.
Shaq.
Yeah.
With Shaq, not
Yeah.
Sinbad.
Oh,
You got him there. He's
okay.
boom.
Yeah.
But I remember a movie called Shazam with Sinbad in it when I was a kid.
yeah.
But it never happened.
See,
Right?
that's like for
That's
me,
what trips me out.
That's what I have the hardest because I have that same. It's like I know that I've seen a
Yeah.
movie, and it's like the Mandela Effect. We were kind of too young for that. The Tiny Toons is like,
Yeah.
they're all. But that one, because I'm so like hard set. Like, no, I have fucking seen.
That's
a
what I'm saying.
movie,
I remember fucking watching a
and you can't
movie
find
with
it.
Sinbad
It's
in
not,
it. No.
it does not exist.
Even Sinbad has come out and been like, I've never done a movie where I'm
now,
a genie.
Now, but I do also remember seeing Kazam. Like I remember seeing that one
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So it's weird that
But-
memory has split.
What I always thought was like, man, this is a terrible version of Shazam.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
see, I didn't-
Kazam, it was like Shaq did his own Shazam movie,
Yeah.
but it sucked. But Shazam never happened, which is fucking nuts.
Don't trust your memories, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's so weird. And then like different sayings from movies, like
Yeah.
No, you
Star
can trust
Wars.
your memories. I trust my
Star
memories.
Wars.
but Star Wars.
What's the famous
What's
scene
the famous-
between Luke and
Luke,
Darth?
I am your father.
And what does he say?
Never
in the movie?
says
No,
that.
I am your father.
Yeah.
Search it to be true.
Yeah, I've
yeah.
never heard it as no, I am your father. Because
Yeah.
what was he saying no to?
He was telling Luke, because Luke was saying no. Who trained?
James Earl Jones?
No, who trained Luke?
Obi-Wan?
Movie. Yeah.
Yoda?
He's saying, no, Obi-Wan says that you killed my father. And he says, no, I am your father.
Yeah. Nowhere does Luke, I am your father, but that's what everybody, everybody's Luke,
Yeah.
I am your father.
And Silence of the Lambs, the whole hello Clarice, he's never said that in the movie. He never said it in the movie.
For real?
Yeah, never
What
said
is-
it.
What is damn,
Yeah.
man.
When he greets her in the movie, he says good morning.
Hello, Clarice.
Yeah. It
Never says
that.
it.
Never
But maybe
says
that was said in a different part of the movie, and people just refer
No,
to that.
it's in the whole movie, he never says those words.
It's like, I saw one about the Matrix too, where Morpheus tells him, "What if I told you?" When he tells him, "What if I told you the world doesn't exist the way you think it does, or whatever?" But he doesn't tell him that at all.
Yeah.
That's why I was watching the Matrix, because I went back to look for that scene, and he doesn't say that.
What the heck?
I just found Sinbad and Shazam was a genie.
Where?
Boom.
No, this is a little thing he did after.
Somebody, is this what you're thinking of?
No,
No, I mean, I asked Ernest if he saw
Oh.
Shazam. I was thinking that.
No, I was thinking about the Sinbad one.
that's
I mean,
a little
the-
thing he
the
did as a
shotgun.
joke
Oh,
because
of
people
it?
thought, yeah.
Oh, like playing off.
I
of
did.
it?
Yeah.
I did the
Hell
shotgun.
yeah, I'd do the same thing.
But and then another one was the Snow White.
Yeah,
You know, everybody says mirror, mirror on the wall.
yeah,
It's magic mirror.
magic mirror.
It's fucking nuts.
But okay, if it's a parallel universe and we're jumping back and forth,
Yeah.
why is it always just one line that's different? You're telling me in a movie that has thousands
don't
of
know.
lines, they just got one wrong?
Or maybe our universes are so close into being parallel. It's just small little things that
I don't know.
The
small little
overlap.
changes. Yeah.
I always didn't always think, but I thought it'd be kind of weird if like if you're like, say you're living your life, right?
Yeah.
and in one life you die, but you don't know you died because you instantly go to another reality where you just keep living, but you don't know that in your past one you died. Yeah. And everybody's mourning you because you just take over on another one.
Well,
and you keep moving forward.
What makes me think about it is like when you sleep. You know, nobody knows. That's why sleep is like one of the most studied things, you know, in on the planet today. Everybody studies it because nobody understands it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when you sleep, your consciousness could actually be jumping from parallel universe to different universes.
That would make sense.
And then comes back with different memories.
That would make sense where you would have deja vu, where you remember seeing two different things, same thing, and you'd be like, I know I've seen this before.
Yeah, like deja vu is another one that's fucking. It's kind of like this, but it's you know, it's experiences that you think you've already had.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you,
fucking crazy.
I'm gonna tell you something crazy,
but dude. The Looney Tunes one got me, and the Shazam one got me. Cause I fucking remember that shit, dude.
I just remember. I don't even know the name, but I could have swore I saw not what the video I showed you, but I could have swore
he was
freaking Sinbad was in a genie somewhere.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Could have swore I've seen a movie with that.
Fucking trips me out, dude.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's weird.
Because there's really
crazy, dude.
There's really no explanation for it.
No.
The only thing I can think of is like Jaws 4. I remember when I first saw it, like there's a scene where Jaws eats Mario Peoples. It's like towards the end, but then they end up blowing him up or however they kill him. I forgot. And at the very end, Mario Peoples was still alive. Have never seen that episode ever again.
Maybe it was just a director's cut and you just happen to watch that different.
I don't know. But that's one thing every time I see it, if it's towards the end, I'll watch to see if he lives. I've never seen that episode.
Jeez.
Maybe it was a dream, and I dreamed that exact. No, I don't.
How high were you that night?
Right.
I was a kid. Marijuana was never in the picture.
Yeah, but dude, this shit like that is so fucking weird, man. It trips me out. It tripped me out, dude. Like I was fucking like, what the fuck?
I can't believe
dude?
you'd never heard of the Mandela Effect.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck, where the fuck I've been at, man.
That's not a new thing. I mean, I think the theory came out in like 2010.
Yeah, because it was supposedly it was some chick. It was like a
Leslie.
She was like a paranormal activity.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Then I don't believe
or
it.
Something like that.
That sounds right.
Well, she just named it. Like they were. It was her and like two other scientists that
like
were having
official.
a conversation.
Yeah.
And then like a security guard that was standing next to him was over like listening to their conversation, and then came in and was like, "Yeah, don't you think it's weird that some people think that, you know, Nelson Mandela died when he was in jail?" And then so she made a website about it, and then all these fucking people, like thousands of people, went on there and were recanting how he died.
Mm-hmm. I do remember when he was in jail, he got like, there was a death scare because he got sick, I believe. But then I remember them making a big deal about him getting out.
Yeah.
So I mean that.
Yeah. See, I don't remember. I was fucking 2 years old. You know?
Yeah, I was 12, 10. Well, yeah, about 88, because that's when I think all that.
I was
dying
1.
in prison and all that.
It's a good year.
88. That's when you were born, right?
Yeah.
I was 87.
Fucker.
It's when the Niners won the Super Bowl, I think. Or it might have been 89, 90.
Hey, you're thinking hard, no?
Yeah, no, I was thinking in '88. Wasn't that Billy D. Williams was doing his beer, the '88 something? I don't know. I was going off on fucking.
I don't remember.
My brain just went somewhere different.
Yeah,
he went to that parallel universe.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit though, man. Fucking wild. And another one that I don't remember, but a lot of people remember, is Jiffy peanut butter. You remember that or no? Like, I've always just remembered Jif.
I remember.
I don't never remember.
Yeah,
Jiffy.
but I could remember. My brain could be connecting it to Jiffy Lube.
Oh,
so that way I'm like Jiffy. I remember.
Yeah,
Jiffy.
but why would you connect peanut butter to Jiffy Lube?
It wouldn't. It
Just
would
the
just
name.
be the name.
Just the name?
The
Oh,
name
okay.
would be like, my brain would be like, oh yeah, we know that. When we didn't. We know Jiffy Lube.
Yeah.
That's
Not
why.
Jiffy
That's what I
peanut
thought
butter.
about with Tunes, because Tunes, TUNES. I've seen that, but I think growing up, I think I would have always thought until I saw it that it was TOO, and then when I did see it, it was not TOO.
But see, I don't know.
But
dude.
who's to know, dude? Who's to fucking know anything about this universe?
I don't know, man.
Who's to
That's
know?
so crazy. That's why we need to do.
There's so many unexplained things that happen that you're gonna say, oh no, we're we're all alone. There's no here, there's no there, there's no nothing else. But in reality, if two things are moving in at the opposite time of each other, then they're never going to run into each other, right? I mean, a parallel universe is the same universe, but you're running at different times. It's a whole time thing.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
So you would never bump into each other.
Well, you wouldn't unless like, well, one of the it was like the reason I heard about it was this kid, somebody brought it up on the Joe Rogan podcast, but he was talking about how the CERN machine, what does that stand for, Brandon? Do you know?
Oh, it's I mean it's the particle accelerator. I'll
Yeah,
look it up real quick.
that thing like did something to where it made us jump universes.
I believe it. When they turned it on, they didn't know what the fuck it was going to do.
Yeah.
In theory, they said, oh, it's going to do this. But
I mean, they had
some of the other scientists were coming out and be like, dude, you're going to create a fucking black hole.
Yeah,
You're
they
gonna-
had people that were like protesting them using it because
Yeah.
they're like, you're gonna kill us all.
Yeah.
And all that. Anyway, CERN, it's damn it, I just had it. The French Council Européen pour the Rechange.
Fucking excellent. Fucking
Nailed it.
excellent.
Good
Nailed
job,
that
Brandon.
shit.
Yeah.
I know exactly
But-
what that is.
Yeah.
So that's where I kind of got it. That's where I saw it from, and then I just went on a fucking
Rabbit hole.
yeah.
That'll do it. So if you just barely found out about that, you probably don't know about John Teeter, do you?
John Teeter.
Your name
Yeah.
sounds
Tighter?
familiar, but no.
Teeter.
The time traveler?
Yeah. So you know
Yeah,
about
that's
him?
the guy. Yeah, we've
Okay.
talked about him before.
Oh, we have?
Yeah,
Oh, all right,
Little-
never mind.
little bit.
Never mind.
yeah. Just
That's
a
an
little bit.
interesting story. I mean,
It is.
you know.
But if
But
you're
you know-
watching, that there was a video that I was watching too, where a guy in somewhere in England was trying to fly to Japan, and his
His passport
Yeah,
was
his
like from a
passport said,
country
like,
that didn't exist.
like it was Tirad or something like that,
yeah.
and it was supposed to be like northern England, but it wasn't. It wasn't there on the map, and the dude was like, "Why the fuck isn't my country on the map?"
Yeah.
And then they put him in a hotel room and put guards in front of him, or at the doors, so he wouldn't escape, so they could figure out where he's from. And then in the morning, he ended up disappearing.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
Man, that's crazy if it's for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If y'all are listening, dude, after the show, don't tune out right now. But after the show, fucking Google this shit, fucking YouTube it. It's fucking crazy, man. It blows my mind. Especially those two, the Shazam one and the Looney Tunes one blew my mind.
So that John Titor thing,
Yeah.
I remember reading that guy back in like the early 90s.
Yeah.
It's same time I got into Lazar. What's his fucking name?
Lazar.
Bob
Lazar. Yeah. And I started reading on that Titor guy. And the two things I remember, he talked about a lot of things because people would just ask him questions
Mm-hmm.
and try to validate what he was from. And some of the stuff, people that knew math and shit like that were like, yeah, dude, that's actually right. And they were like, this dude's either really fucking smart and nobody knows who he is, or somehow coincidence is the stuff he's saying is right.
Yeah.
Somehow. But he had said that eventually we'd all go back to farming. He's like, global warming, climate control is going to screw everything up, where it's gonna affect the big farming markets and cattle and all that. He's like, it's just going to die. We're going to have to go back to our own little farms, on our own little homes, growing what we eat. And he's like, so everybody's going to be a farmer again eventually. And then the other big thing, he also said something about like AIDS. He's like, is there ever going to be a cure for AIDS? He goes, yeah, one day they're going to find a cure for AIDS, but after AIDS comes SRS, and after SRS comes this, comes that, comes that. He goes, it's a never-ending cycle of shit that comes. But the one that always stuck with me was, they asked, is there ever going to be a cure for cancer?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yeah. He goes, matter of fact, the cure for cancer comes in the form of a virus. He goes, somewhere they determine that they create a virus, like the flu virus attacks, this part of your body. They create a virus that attacks only the cells of a cancer, and it kills it. And that's how we make progress on that. Well, I think it was this year or maybe last year, we heard about the college somewhere. I think it was a university who actually made a virus that in like 95% of the rats they tried it in instantly cured them of cancer. It was like a 98% success rate in the mice that it was killing the cancer.
Yeah.
In all of them.
Yeah.
And they were like, in that as soon as I read that, I was like, oh shit, that is. I was like, either this dude just coincidence, or he really knew what's up. And I legit remember reading that, and it always stuck with me. So that's why I'm like, dude, that is crazy that's happening now.
Yeah.
It's like it's either a super super big coincidence or that motherfucker was from the future.
He must work for the government, right, D?
Yeah, I don't think he's from the future, but yeah.
You don't believe in time travel, or
I
you
don't know.
You don't think we're getting there?
I know I can't. I mean, I don't know.
You know what I was thinking about was like, well, I don't know, like how much, like all the technology that we have, right? And like how long have we been been using the same like electrical plugs?
What do you mean?
Like those electrical plugs, how long have they been the same? Like forever, right?
Forever, yeah.
Why hasn't that changed?
Because it fucking works.
Yeah, but our phones worked.
Yeah.
But you always try to make them better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even our cars, I mean, they're somewhat basically all the same.
Yeah, but I think
like the engines have gotten a little better.
Yeah.
But we're still fucking running on rubber tires.
I think that's like a system thing. Like, I want to say, man, I may be wrong. Maybe it's fucking parallel universe. I thought this. But that's like, it's not a government thing, but it's a big city, like, setup. Like, you know, we put this electrical in, that's how you lose electricity. Because I want to say when Tesla first invented this shit, he showed them a way where you didn't need lines, you didn't need anything. And
where it could be free.
He could power anything just from fucking sticking it in the ground, and he could power it.
Yeah, and then they took it from him.
And then they took it from him and said, no, we're making these lines, and we're actually gonna make the power, and we're gonna sell it to the people.
Yeah.
So we don't really need these motherfuckers. There's a way to.
There was like, yeah, that's our government.
Yeah, it was like a government control type thing.
Sounds about right.
It was a government control type of thing.
Yeah.
And that's probably why they don't change, because it's a system that works. They govern how much we use, and we pay them for it.
Just like I already think there's cures for cancers and AIDS,
I'm sure there is.
but because of power and
there's
money,
a cure for
we're not
AIDS
gonna
because
get
fucking Magic Johnson's been around for like
No.
30 fucking years.
Isn't there like different levels of AIDS? And he's got
Different
like
le-
No, they all kill.
no, but there's like a type you can live with.
There's different levels of HIV.
Yeah.
I don't think there's different levels of AIDS, but the
Okay.
HIV there is.
He has AIDS though.
Then maybe there's different
But
levels of that. I
but
don't know.
but they also
'Cause
said that
I've
he's
said
getting
the same
treatment.
thing. He's lived for 30 years
Yeah.
and actually gained weight.
But I've seen somebody explain it.
But they said
and there's
that
a reason why he's still alive.
that he gets treatment in the European countries where they're not governed by the FDA, and they're using like
stem cell. They do
these
more
stem
of those
cell
researches.
research and blood fusions that we're not allowed to do here, and so it's actually making it better for them.
But if that was true, he wouldn't be able to come back.
No, you can come back because there's Kobe Bryant went and got stem cell surgery
Yeah, but
on
we
his
do
knee
we do stem cells
overseas
here.
and then came back. Yeah, but a different kind. I mean, I know they do stem cell, but it's not from the.
And maybe
it's a
he doesn't
different
got to tell the fucking here. He got a passport. He
Well,
just
it's like
goes
the
over
Superman thing, the Superman guy.
there. Superman guy.
Yeah, wasn't he not allowed to come back because he went to go do surgeries or some shit in Europe?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Right, Brandon?
I have no idea about that one.
No.
You talking about the original?
Yeah, the original guy, the guy
that thrown off the horse.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck,
no,
I can't think of
Chris
his name.
Christopherson.
Christopher
Yeah.
Reeves.
Yeah.
Why did I say
That guy.
Chris Christopherson?
You
Chris
jamming some
Christopherson.
country music?
I know. No, I just heard that name in the last couple of days. That's what made me think of that.
I thought
Sunday
that
morning
was-
I
coming
don't know.
down.
I thought that was something like that. Where he
I've
got.
never heard that. I mean, you can go get medical treatment wherever you want.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to.
They just follow different rules than we do. You're not bringing that medical shit back with you.
Yeah,
You're just
see, I
getting
don't think
treated.
You can.
It's
I
like
don't
you,
think.
you
I don't think it's.
it's like you can go to Mexico and get treated. You just can't bring the drugs with you.
Yeah, but from my understanding is you can go to another country and get treatment from stuff that we do here. Like if you go to another country and you get an operation done that we don't allow here, you can't come back.
I've never heard that.
I don't.
I've heard
I
that
don't
somewhere.
Know, man.
I don't know. You got a few. I think it's 3-1, man. You're wrong.
Maybe y'all are wrong.
No,
Yeah, I don't know. I could have sworn I fucking heard that.
but that's why he
I'm
don't
gonna
have
to look
AIDS
it
no
up.
more, man. They fucking cured him with their non-FDA
Yeah.
stuff that they're able to do over there.
Yeah, because Christopher Reeve opened up a foundation. I mean, did all sorts of stuff. Won an award. Hosted the Paralympics in Atlanta. Spoke at the Democratic National Convention.
Yeah, nobody cares about that one.
No, they don't. But I don't
know, man.
I don't think there was any of that he was banned.
I don't know, dude. I could have fucking sworn it was something like that, dude.
So if there was a parallel universe, wouldn't the aliens have already told us, like, hey, man,
Aliens don't exist.
they do exist? Dude, speaking of, you were talking about that Behold a Pale Horse.
Yeah.
I read that like back in the 90s when it first came out. It's a big, thick book
Yeah.
full of conspiracies. And I don't remember like every single one. Like one of them was when the president gets sworn in, they're given the fucking black book that tells them all the secrets of the world, including
Well, that was on National Treasure, so you know it's true.
including aliens and whatnot. But I'm saying
president-
I read
the
this back
president's
in the 90s. And then another one was where they went into the whole alien thing. And he's like, yeah, Area 51 does study alien technology. We actually have an alien alive that didn't die in one of the crashes, and that they're actually trading technologies with us. He goes, because, you know, they're advancing us through technology.
Yeah.
He's like, that's why before that we made very little technology advances. But then after that, he goes, our advances in technology have been significant year after year.
Yeah.
He goes, we are, you know, he goes, you're advancing so quickly now than previously.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, it's because they're shaping us technology wise, you know, like giving
To
us
destroy
little things
ourselves.
to whether it's to destroy ourselves or just to advance us as a race. I mean, who knows? Who knows? But I remember reading that in the book, and I was like, man, that's some crazy shit.
Yeah, the one that I sent y'all was the that I thought was the crazy one, because he was saying that the government was gonna be, you know, like dropping off weapons, in poor communities like Chicago and, you know, Detroit and stuff like that, Compton, L.A., and letting criminals kill each other with those guns, and then also they were gonna be using I don't know. I can't remember.
Psychotropic drugs?
Yeah, but on kids that were already like kind of psychopaths or had problems. And then they were going to use those kids to go and shoot up schools and stuff. So, you know, the government can be able to scare us enough to give up our Second Amendment.
Stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, when you bring that
But
up,
he was
like
saying that
mind
shit in
control.
91.
When you look at all the people that have been involved in that, they've all been on these psychedelic drugs. I
What
don't
were you
know
gonna say,
if
Brandon?
psychedelic's the right word.
Well, you're talking about like Project MK Ultra.
Yeah.
I told y'all don't get me started.
Mortal Kombat Ultra.
I mean, because that's been going. I mean, that might still be going on, but it started in the '60s.
That's still
Yeah.
going on.
you know. I mean, I think technically it officially ended in the late '70s, but I mean, they're still researching fucking LSD, all that shit.
That's why 11 has her powers, because MK.
I mean, yeah, very well could be.
Dude, isn't it proven like some of the great fucking inventors and shapers of our world did
They were high
LSD
on
at one
acid.
time?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I think they broke down like Bill Gates and fucking, you know, all these big guys that shaped our fucking technology. They were like, at some point they were on LSD. They've admitted that they've taken LSD.
Yeah.
And I think in one special I was watching that had said that they were like, they showed scans. They're like, here's a human brain, just regular thinking. Well, here's a human brain on LSD, and every fucking part of the brain was red.
Yeah, it
And
opens
they're
you
like,
up.
it's firing, you know, it's opening, unlocking that, you know, abilities that we don't even know that aren't there normally. And they're like, and in some people, they go crazy.
Yeah.
It fucks them up. But in others, we think that it could open up this way of thinking that's different from the average person.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, you have these billionaires or shapers of the world that have tried it, and they were on the successful side.
Well, they say if you take it so much, like a so much amount, you're literally considered insane. Even if you're not, because you've taken so much of that, you're considered insane.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
it's the same thing with like DMT and stuff. Like it takes you to another place.
Another place.
That's why we all need to do DMT
Another
one time.
time.
I'm glad when I was experimenting with
The Twilight
drugs
Zone.
that they didn't have DMT.
No? You would have tried it?
Yeah, and I don't want to.
You
want to?
No, I
you
don't
no
want
longer
to. Oh, you don't
experimenting
want
with
to.
the drugs. Your research is
I'd
concluded.
like to watch you do it.
My research is, no, hell no.
I'd like to watch somebody like, but there would have to be like a big grassy area where there's no rocks and they have no weapons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like nothing can go wrong.
Like
and
a
just,
padded room?
and just yeah. And
What
just,
if he just kills you?
well, yeah, if he choked me or something, but sure. I mean, that could happen. I'd have to be ready for that.
Brandon, you're down for some of that.
I'd have to
huh?
have
Fuck
a
yeah,
stun
dude, I'd
gun or
love to do some
something.
DMT.
Dude, I'd love
Yeah.
to see somebody just trip on it and see where they go. Like
You
what
could
they
do-
start
you could watch
talking
it
about,
on YouTube all the time.
what they start talking about, and you know what they do. I think it'd be fucking interesting. I probably would have been all for those fucking army military drug tests, and I would be like, yeah, man, give that
You
motherfucker
wouldn't-
some more.
Would you try it?
No,
If it was
fuck
like,
no,
if it
dude.
was okay, so
No.
if it was like doctor regulated, like you went into a hospital
no,
and they said, all right, we're gonna do everything right, and then you get, we're gonna put you on the DMT.
no, man, I'd be terrified of where my brain would go.
But what if it opens you up to something brand new?
No, what if I fucking
He
no,
doesn't need it, man.
no. What if I
The only drug he would need would
Or
be,
what if it
would
opens your
be ecstasy, as long as it didn't go past here.
no.
Or what-
Dude,
what if
I'm
it
a-
opens
I'm a
up your-
mental
what
case
if-
as
No, I
well.
know
opens
that's
up-
what I'm saying. You don't need it either, but I'm saying if it didn't go to your brain, that would be the perfect drug for you.
But what if it opens up your brain so much to where all your problems are solved?
I become like the lawnmower man.
You won't be paranoid no more. You won't be paranoid. You won't have the
I mean,
OCD
it's
that
possible,
you have
but
and all that
yeah,
stuff.
I don't want to. I don't
Your
want to.
brain
do
is
that.
just opened up to a brand new life
no,
without worry
no, man. Because you know what?
and without stress.
Because I personally,
You like your OCD.
I personally, no, I don't. I don't like my OCD. But I have personally, for almost a year, I couldn't drive a car because I thought I was running people over.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
No, no,
like,
but-
what if you get on it and it just
But I'm
opens up your
telling you
brain
why.
and all that
I'm
shit's
telling
gone.
you why. I wholeheartedly thought I was running people over.
I know.
No,
you
but
told
but
me.
this is the thing. I realized that my brain can make something so fucking real that wasn't even happening. That I had to have people driving with me, man. Even Marty, and like, dude, is this happening? Did I
Yeah.
hit somebody? Marty would be like, no, you're fine. Everything's cool. You're driving okay. And I would have to circle and just check things over and over. So I know how the brain can make something feel and look and sound real that isn't. So I wouldn't want to do anything that alters my brain to
I
do that.
stand corrected. He's a fat blunt before he drives.
Because-
thinking that, man.
Because I've been
You
there.
be driving
Dude,
too damn slow to be thinking you hit anybody.
I've been there.
Right.
I've been there to see and feel and hear things that weren't there, and my brain made it real.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, what if this thing opens you up to where you know that it's not real?
That's
and
what I'm
you
saying.
don't
What's up,
have to-
Helu? Sorry, Helu, that's your name. My name for you. Sorry, bud. I know I screw your name up all the time.
What up, bro?
I had to change the subject too. Sorry about your Colts, but anyway.
But that's what I'm
Just
saying.
change
I
the
wouldn't.
subject.
I wouldn't want
it
to
don't
try
matter.
it.
That's what I'm
I
trying
wouldn't
to-
want
yeah.
to try it. I'd be
It
too
don't even matter.
afraid
Yeah.
because I've seen what my brain can
Even
do.
if it did open it up.
So I really wouldn't want to even try anything unless there's a fucking 100% guarantee that they said, dude, you take this and everything's gonna go away. You're gonna be fine. Nothing's gonna happen. Other than that, I'd be like, no.
Yeah,
And
but what
there
if
ain't no
but that's
100%
what I'm
guarantee.
saying.
Yeah.
Like if you go into a doctor's clinic,
Yeah.
right, and they give you the drug and they say, look, nothing bad is gonna happen.
They need you to come back, so something bad's gonna happen. I wouldn't take it. Wouldn't trust them.
What are you
I don't know,
talking
man.
about?
I don't think I would. I don't think I would take anything that alters my brain waves or opens
Yeah, but you
or
take
closes
medicine
doors.
like crazy,
Yeah,
right?
for
You
fucking
don't-
headaches.
But do you get like the flu shot?
Yeah.
Do you get vaccines and stuff? You don't ever know
Yeah.
how that's gonna happen. You don't ever know how that's gonna affect your
No,
brain.
but it's not labeled as an LSD or a mind alter. It's just, hey, we're gonna
It's
give
actually
you.
worse
But it's
for you than both
that's what I'm
those.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
So you're an anti-vaxxer? You don't take them?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if you're
don't
saying that you're scared to try something because you don't know how it's gonna react with your brain, but you go in blindly taking these shots and stuff when you don't know how it's gonna react to you.
But you're telling
Dude,
me
I
to take
just-
like LSD if it was controlled in a hospital. I wouldn't do it because it's a mind-altering substance.
Okay, but how do you know that the next flu shot you get isn't gonna paralyze you?
Because I've gotten the flu before, and they say, hey, when you get the flu shot, we're just giving you some dead flu so that your body can start fighting it now and adjust.
Okay, but what I'm saying is I met a girl. She's one of my buddy's girlfriends.
Yeah.
That I met her this weekend, and she took a vaccine. I can't remember which one she said it was, but she took a vaccine that ended up paralyzing her for 80 days.
Mm-hmm.
And she's still trying to recover from it. She still has to go to
I
like
don't know.
chiropractor and
But that's like saying you eat out your whole life, and every once in a while you're gonna catch food poisoning. I mean, it's just gonna happen. It's not. It's coming from a big pharma that's making these and outputting thousands of them a minute. I'm sure something's gonna go wrong somewhere.
Okay, that doesn't scare you?
Yeah, but it's
But
probably
he still does it anyway because the government tells him to.
no. It's not the government tells me to because I don't want to get the flu, man.
But you've gotten the
But
flu,
you're
right?
getting the flu when you get the shot.
Yeah.
Yes, but a dead flu, not a live flu.
Okay. All right.
A
And
buddy
you
of-
feel great afterwards every time you get the shot?
No.
A
Okay.
buddy of mine took LSD a few times, and he said the negative/positive things in your life.
See, I don't want to see the negative things in my life.
What does it say, Brandon? Can you move that thing over?
It says a buddy of mine took
You
LSD
got
a
it
few
right.
times, and he said the trip depends on the negative,
trip.
positive things in
Yeah,
your
see?
life. And I mean, like with anything that like you're gonna hallucinate. Any veteran of that is gonna tell you it all depends on your state of mind,
Yeah.
man.
My
Well,
state's
that's
You
why-
fucked
don't want to
up.
go into it having a bad
but
day.
that's why they have whenever you go into like a DMT or a ayahuasca, they have like a whole fucking ritual that you do to put you in the right mood.
I disagree, though. 'Cause
To-
sometimes you can be in a great mood and expect to have a great time, take it, and then have a bad trip.
Yeah,
it has
I
nothing
mean,
to
that-
do with
that
it.
can
So, I
absolutely
mean,
happen,
it just
but-
happens.
But you making an effort to get into a good mindset helps.
Oh, I agree.
But yeah, I mean,
but,
once
you
it
can, you
goes,
can have a bad trip even if
Yeah.
you're expecting,
Yeah.
even if you've had a great day.
And I'm not trying to go on like a 3-4 hour trip where I'm just like, whoops, here we go, bad thoughts. and trip starts now.
Hey.
But it doesn't.
and
If you
cue the
take-
lawn gnomes.
If you take LSD, it probably ain't gonna be 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, it
Probably a
doesn't
lot.
last that
No,
long.
you're gonna,
DMT lasts like
You'll be lasting
4 or
all
5
night.
minutes.
But that's DMT. He's talking about LSD.
DMT
Yeah, that
only lasts
doesn't
like
last
3
that
or
long
4
either.
minutes.
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
But it's one of those where it seems like a lifetime.
Yeah, it seems like a long time.
Man, that's
Because,
crazy.
I couldn't
but
do
but
it,
it's the
man.
same way with LSD. LSD
ever done
doesn't
salvia?
fucking last a day. Yes,
He
Yeah.
said-
that's what I'm saying.
That's one of those
lasts
like
a while.
it feels like
Huh?
it lasts a
LSD?
while.
LSD trip can last a while,
And
like a whole
LSD,
night.
yeah, will be. I mean, depending on the dosage, but I think a regular dose is several hours.
I didn't think it lasted that
But
long.
I've heard it
Yeah.
comes in waves.
But the
You
salvia,
can, yeah.
I've done salvia before, and that shit's crazy, dude. And you feel like
You
you're
told me
gone
about
for
that.
fucking
It's-
hours.
dude, yeah.
But
and
it's
you
like
come
2
back and
minutes.
it's 5 minutes tops.
Yeah, it's
Like,
fucking crazy.
Wow, man.
So I don't
That's
think
crazy.
I don't think I
More
would.
power
is
to you,
salvia,
man.
But
is
salvia,
salvia
they
still
sell-
legal?
No,
Is it still
I
legal?
don't know.
I don't.
I don't
I
know
don't think
because
so.
it was they got
see.
rid of it for a little bit and then they brought it back. I don't know if it's still back or not.
Man, I want to do some salvia.
But they
now.
sell it at the store.
Yeah, I won't do that
Why not?
because
They sell it at the
I'm
store.
afraid to have a bad trip, dude.
But they sell it at the store.
Okay, but for funny happy people like yourself,
What is-
you have a good trip.
What does that one say? I'm not always happy. What is it?
It says usually it's a bad trip if you need change in life, and it's usually about that change and vice versa for positive. Like it's about change, basically, as he stated.
Yeah, see, I'm
Sure.
You need a lot of change in your life.
No, I'm just I'm
So what
Thanks,
are you worried
Obama.
about, man?
I'm like solely I'm like fear driven.
But that's
right?
change you can believe in.
It's like I'm fear driven, so I don't want to have nothing to do with
Keep your
Anything
change. I
that-
want my guns.
that may enhance that.
Yeah.
Because I already know I'm fear driven, so
Yeah.
I don't want to have anything.
No, that's
that
fine.
alters
Like
that.
you just know that shit's not for you. That's fine. That's
Yeah.
more for the rest of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be happy to watch y'all.
Did you ever
this.
do salvia?
Yeah, I've done salvia.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
so
been several
so
years.
if you watch one of us go through it
Yeah.
and we do it fine, you
No.
wouldn't. You still.
Fuck no, because you're not me, dude.
He's got
Huh?
a point.
How do you
You're
know?
not me.
How do you know? My mind's not more fucked up than yours.
Oh, I don't know that.
No,
but-
it's
in
on
different ways,
It's
in
on the
different
same
ways.
fucked up level,
That's
but
what I'm
different
saying.
ways. Yeah.
yeah, and I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't trust myself. Like I'm always thinking of the craziest,
I'll say
scariest
this:
shit possible
as
all day.
easy it is to get him riled up, and it isn't with you. That's where the difference would be, just with that. Because I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying
Like, you know how
Yeah.
like
I get what you're
if you
saying.
added up the time that I contemplate like being
Death.
being buried or being cremated, it would be unnatural because I think
You think about death a lot?
yeah, I think like if I die, I don't want to wake up in my casket not being able to move, buried in a box,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where my brain sits.
That's why you just want to get burnt.
But how long do you think about it? Do you mean you like dwell on it the whole day?
Sometimes,
Sometimes.
yeah, and then you start thinking, should I just be cremated, or should I just be buried?
Well,
But what if you're buried and you're just in there?
Dude, it's funny you said that. I just was thinking about that the other
It's
day.
like, how do they know that?
Exact same time.
cremated?
It's like, what if your brain stops for a day, and they never test anybody after a day to see if it turns back on, but it does. But by then you're already buried. I mean, you hear people dying all the time, and then they're in their bag, and all of a sudden they start moving again, because everything wakes back up, and they're like, "Oh shit, you were just dead for 45 minutes."
But
That's what I'm saying.
a lot of times you don't get buried within a day.
Yeah,
you
no.
get buried
It takes
3 or
almost
4
a week.
days usually. Yeah, up
But
to a
I'm
week.
saying, does anybody know what the brain actually does? We barely understand the brain. Do you know if it turns back on later? Do we know?
I don't.
What do you mean? Yeah,
Do we
we
know?
haven't died yet.
I know.
If I have, I mean,
But
then
see,
it's come back on.
That's what I'm
so-
thinking. That's what I'm saying. That's the unnatural, irrational shit I think about.
Yeah, but it's
That's
like
why I
this-
wouldn't trust any kind of fucking
I know,
mind-altering trip.
Yeah,
but it's like
no, I
those
gotcha.
kids that those kids that
You're
die.
constantly on a mind-altering trip.
Yeah,
It's like those kids that die and they come back and they talk about seeing
Seeing
God
what
and all
they
that
see. Yeah.
stuff.
yeah. I mean, but that's where I stay. So you're telling me, would you want to take LSD? My LSD trip would probably be laying on the ground, thinking I'm fucking buried under 6 feet of ground in concrete, and I can't breathe or see or
He probably
whatever.
would be very physical and harmful.
Yeah, but just
himself.
think how grateful you would be when you come back.
Yeah, you'd probably be like, God damn, I'm glad that's fucking over.
That's what
Sorry,
I'm
Lord, for
saying.
taking
So
your name
you
in
would
vain.
you would think you would feel better about your life. So it
I
would
don't know if I'd
improve.
feel better about my life.
It would
I'd be
improve your
happy
life.
that it was over.
No,
If
because then,
E took LSD, have y'all ever heard that couple, like they got really high and they called 911 because they thought they
Oh,
were
yeah,
dead?
yeah.
That would be E.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I'm
and
dead.
then
Come
and then
bury
he
me.
would, and then he'd get arrested for being on LSD.
So would you let like your wife do it?
No, man, I'd be afraid for her too.
But what if she wanted to do it?
No, I would know. I wouldn't let her.
If she wanted to do it, she gonna do
What
it.
about equal rights, bitch?
She has.
She's gonna get
equal
70%
rights,
less
but
though.
Right?
If like say she takes it and becomes vegetated, then
Vegetated.
then that's impacting my life too. And it's like, dude, you just wanted to
Well, you
try it
wouldn't
just to
love her
try it?
anymore?
No, I'd still love her, but I'm like, dude, you just there's a chance you could ruin your mental state,
Yeah.
and then we have to deal with that the rest of our
Through
lives.
sickness and in health.
When you would have been cool.
Ernest.
It's like jumping out of a perfectly fine airplane. It's like, dude, there's a chance this fucking chute don't open. And
So
you're
you
dead.
wouldn't let her
That's why I stay
skydive.
in the airplane.
You wouldn't let her
That's why I
skydive.
stay on the ground.
You wouldn't let her
Well,
skydive.
I mean, I gotta fly. That's
Because
what
one
I'm
of the
saying.
last things you're thinking about
Answer
is,
my
fuck,
question.
I didn't have to jump. I didn't have to jump.
Answer my question. You wouldn't let her skydive.
Probably not, dude.
Oh my God,
I don't
dude.
think I'd let her do anything that put her in harm's way.
What are we
man.
in the fucking Middle
Dude,
East
this
or
is
what?
the fucking woman I'm building a life with, dude. I want to build it in the safest way possible.
Okay, but you gotta let her be happy too.
Dude, who says she's gonna be happy jumping out
Monty,
of a
do you
plane?
want to go skydive?
If she
Text
wants,
in.
if she wants to do it, that would give me a thought that she might want to be happy and do it. That would make her happy.
If skydiving would make her the happiest in the world, then I think go do
You
it.
ain't
If that's
gotta-
what you need to do.
Okay,
If that's what you need to do to be happy.
Marty,
then
we're going
go do it.
No,
skydiving
you
on
see,
Tuesday.
you see how Ernest is wording it?
Yeah.
Ernest is wording it like a female would word it to a male.
yeah.
If that's what makes you feel happiest in the world, and then come back, oh, so I don't make you happy? What did
She
she
says,
say?
I think
I
I'd
think
be
I'd
okay.
be okay. See,
But I'm not saying that's not answering. Would it making you happy doing it?
you never know, man. I think she's a little more risk taker-ish than you are.
She's definitely more
Probably.
risk taker
Right?
than Ernest is.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
look, she's with him.
Yeah.
That's a big risk.
Yeah. I'm sure. I'm 100%. She's.
You didn't know you were limited on what you could do in life, huh, Marty?
He talks about equal rights, but
Yeah, you got
Not
a
in
lot
the
of
household.
regulations now.
No, and it's not.
Probably takes half your
It's ju-
paycheck too.
It's just keeping her out of harm's way, man. Why put yourself in any harm, whether it happens or doesn't happen?
But some people
why
like that
put
stuff.
yourself in that position?
Some people like
That's
that
just the way
stuff,
I
man.
feel.
sorry, I just thought about this. Remember when he would complain
About what?
about
Dude, I complain about a lot of things. Man.
about
That's what I'm saying.
gotta
About
be more
what?
I know,
specific.
that's what I was going to
Which
keep going.
one?
But not having money, and then he's always coming to the shop and he show us the new bats or new clubs
Yeah.
he would be getting.
Yeah.
But then the next day, man, I can't go eat. I don't have any money.
That's because the money I had, I spent it on bats or whatever. And I was like, dude, I'm broke now.
Man,
I don't know, man.
I can't play fantasy. Y'all
I'm
gonna
broke.
pay half my league
It'd be
or pay the whole fee? Didn't we do that for him? Didn't he win too?
No, I don't think y'all. I think the first year
We
because
paid
I didn't
for
want to pay. I didn't want to pay. I was
It
like,
might
I
have
didn't
been
want to play.
It might have been the Hertz league.
It was the first
That's-
league. It
I
was the
think-
first year because I was
Oh,
like,
in
dude,
his
I don't
league?
want to do
Okay.
it. I don't want to do it. And I kept telling y'all, I don't want to do it.
yeah. Now he
And
fucking
then,
loves it.
and then y'all were like, well,
Yeah.
we'll pay half. Just do it. And I was like, well, if y'all can fucking pay for me to fail, then fine, I'll do it. I think I came in like 3rd place.
Yeah.
I still remember the pick'em. You didn't want to play that either, and I was like, all right, it's $10 more if you want to be in the end of season pool and win the grand prize or whatever.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I'm good, man. Wins the first 2 weeks, ends up being the best, has the best overall record, but doesn't win it because he didn't want to.
Dude, I'm telling you, I live on fear. Fear ruins my fucking life, man.
We gotta
But
get
hey,
that out of there.
I'm fucking 42. It's I'm not changing it.
You
So.
gotta pray to Jesus to help you.
I do pray. He's gonna make me the man I need to be, and this is who I am.
That's what I'm saying. What is this?
Got a texter coming in. The horns this year. JJ, what's up, bro? It's Raymond Vargas. How you doing, bro?
Oh.
You still got them jokes, bro? LOL. Not to go off subject, but when you get a chance, let me know y'all's opinion on.
Oh, that's a cliffhanger,
Oh,
Wait for it.
That's a fucking
an
cliffhanger.
Wait for
Android
it.
phone.
bro.
That's an
I'm waiting
Android
for
phone.
it
Wait for it.
because it could literally be anything. It's
Oh,
like,
did he hit the text limit?
Yeah, that's an
Yeah.
Android phone.
God damn.
it could be anything, man. It could
Yep.
be like
It
sex
could
trafficking.
It could even be a hat.
It could be the war in Mexico. It could
Global
be
warming.
What war in
global
Mexico?
warming.
The-
There's always a war in Mexico.
The
dude.
Amazon on fire. Man?
Yeah,
The
I was gonna
Amazon
say
on
that.
fire, dude. It could fucking be anything.
What do y'all
Fucking
think?
parallel universes.
What do y'all think about that?
What,
The Amazon being on fire.
dude? I think
You think the world's gonna end?
because I didn't know until it was
but
being.
not because the Amazon's on fire.
I didn't know until it was started to make a big deal, and then I started reading people like, why aren't they talking about this? Why isn't it being talked about? It's been on fire for 3 weeks, and then I went and looked back. I was like, well, what the fuck? Why aren't we talking about that?
Yeah,
We're
it kind
too
of makes
busy.
you wonder, right?
We were too busy talking about guns.
And
gun
it
rights.
was fucking crazy. And then I saw like, I don't even know if it's true or whatever, but I saw some meme, or it wasn't even a meme. It was a picture of like some Native Americans in court, and they were like, they just won their reserved land, like not to get drilled on for drilling rights. They just won their case, and their land is protected, and now it's on fire.
Yeah.
And then they're like, is that
I
coincidence?
saw that,
And
but
I was like, what the fuck?
I saw that on a friend's page too, and then the comment underneath it said it was false. But I don't
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't
One of the-
either, and
one
I
of
didn't
the-
I didn't like
Yeah.
dive into it.
One of
to
the things
see.
I've been seeing is farmers are burning it for more farmland, which
That's
don't know.
what I heard too.
But either
the
way-
first story.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm hearing that people are setting it on fire. That it wasn't like a natural thing.
yeah.
That somebody set it on fire.
But
Well,
they
that-
do that
that
in
was-
Mexico too. You know, Mexico they light fields and shit on fire so it can regrow.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
Controlled
what
burns.
That's
Yeah.
what man, I can't think of his
Okay,
name.
but-
the family that got in trouble with the government. And there was a big was it the Bundys?
Oh,
And they
yeah,
did
that sounds right.
And they did
yeah.
the same
He
thing.
was
They
a murderer.
burned their not Ted Bundy.
The Bureau
They
of Land Management.
That's the only Bundy
all
I know.
that.
I know an
They-
Al Bundy.
They burned their
He's a shoe
own
salesman.
field. They burned the field that was theirs because they wanted to replant it like farmers
Yeah.
do. And they got in trouble, and it was a
Yeah,
it was a
but
big old mess.
okay, so say it was controlled burning from the farmers. I got that. But why the fuck hasn't no one went and helped for 3 weeks while that shit's just been burning and it hasn't been all over social media?
We have it. We
Yeah,
have
but-
our news station sitting there with it on camera as the fire's still going. Not trying to put it out, but just
Yeah,
telling
but
the
from
news
day
station.
one?
Also, the thing is
Oh,
like,
okay.
but
how-
from
I
day
don't- yeah,
one
I
or
don't
now
know.
when it's being brought up to everybody and they're like, oh shit, we better go get coverage.
Okay,
Well,
but
but
what
yeah,
are-
it's
what are we
weird. Like
supposed to do?
nobody brought it up. But then people start to find out about it, and hey, why haven't we? Now you hear it all over the news. It's weird, right?
So
it's
now-
like the news only gives stuff people like want to hear.
Yeah, or maybe because it's being brought up by other people, they feel obligated to go cover it.
but also,
But
like, what are we
regardless, now
supposed to
they're
do?
getting help. Well, now there's tankers flying from all over the
It
place,
is programming,
dropping water on it.
so there's a timing for it and
Yeah.
everything.
There's tankers from everywhere, and I think even
Another one in
I
Austin ain't
think
moving.
was it one country fucking was going to donate like $50 million.
I think that was France, but
France.
there's France
and then
and
Brazil said, "I don't want it."
Well, there's some sort of he wants some sort of apology from Macron
something
from France,
crazy.
and I didn't read into it, but it's like what? They're offering you straight up money
But-
to help
but
you fight it.
I guess now what I'm saying is now that it's become a big deal,
Mm-hmm.
people are jumping in and fucking doing something, including we're sending our own fucking tankers over there to douse it.
Not the one in Austin.
But it's been burning for 3 fucking weeks, and now we're barely doing something.
Austin has one fixed here.
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, we just got it.
Oh,
I think this year.
all right.
Yeah, I saw it today.
Keep that son of a bitch here.
Yeah, we need it for bass
I'm
trout,
just-
man.
Hell yeah.
just in case.
It's just
That's the
crazy,
reason
man.
why it's here.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, you know.
What?
It's just
Amazon?
crazy the way it all works out, and then you're like, okay, is this another conspiracy type thing?
But what would be the conspiracy there?
Ruin the fucking land, and then they can go drill on it. Like, well, shit. Now it's not a rainforest. It's nothing. So let's go drill.
July 12th,
are
a court in Ecuador upheld a ruling that prevents the government from selling land in the Amazon rainforest to oil companies. A move activists called a historic win for the Wairana indigenous tribe living there.
Yeah, so now they're like, all right, you
And
get
now
your
it's on
free
fire.
land, but now we're gonna burn it.
Well, now it's on fire. So have y'all burnt fucking shit,
I bet you it's the U.S. doing that shit.
dude? Who knows? But if you believe that the government's willing to, mind alter these kids to shoot up schools, drop off weapons to neighborhoods so they kill each other just so they can get that right taken away.
Destroy 3 towers, demolition style.
Why wouldn't they do that? Why would that be beneath them? And they're like, no, we wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past our government. I'm not saying that
it's just crazy.
that it's
dude.
not them. Yeah, I'm just saying could be.
It's sad, but I mean, I don't know.
But that's how far it's come. Like you can't trust our government at all. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why people are trying to get Trump out of there.
Don't matter.
Because I know, but still, he's the most against the machine that we've had. And you don't agree?
No, I don't agree.
Okay.
He's doing the same shit the other presidents have done. He talked all this crap about how he was going to tell us how Saudi Arabia was involved in 9/11 and how they're more involved than people know, and the papers are in the White House.
Yeah.
What does he do when he gets elected? Oh, and he says, if I get elected, I'll show you. What does he do? Signs a multi-billion-dollar arms deal with Saudi Arabia. Ain't nothing coming out about them. And he says he's draining the swamp. No, he's not. He's restocking it. It's a big game. I mean, when he got elected and they had the inaugural dinner, he sat there and they gave a standing ovation to Hillary and Bill Clinton, and he talked about how great of people they were.
Well, he has to.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. Well, he spent his
Especially
whole
when he
fucking
spent the whole
campaign not
time
talking
talking
good
about
about him.
Yeah, and now
That's
he's going
what I'm saying.
to.
Well, you have to. You have to
Not
be
when
cordial.
you said you're going to put her in jail. And what about
Well, I
Trump?
know, but-
Hey, hold on. What about Trump makes you think he's going to be cordial about anything?
I know, but what I'm saying is, you're getting a bad rap already
Nope.
about stuff, but it's like me, dude. You know what I mean?
No.
I could be mean to somebody, but if we're face to face, and
we're
if
friends.
I don't like anybody, I'm still gonna be cordial to him in person.
But you are not like Trump. Trump's not going to be cordial.
What is his question? I don't know the guy.
He just wants to know. He wants to know y'all's opinions on the horns this year, and to that, I would just say we discussed that way back at the beginning of the show, dog.
Start the show over.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go back once we're done, bruh.
Yeah.
But thanks for tuning in. I
Watch the
appreciate it.
video.
I think college
tonight
playoffs.
and find out, or tomorrow evening. By tomorrow afternoon, evening, the podcast will be up, and you can find an Emergency Exit podcast wherever you get your pods.
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube tonight.
Dude, when you say it like wherever you can get podcasts, it makes it feel special, right? Like
We're
I'm
everywhere.
fucking everywhere,
Yeah,
dude. That's fucking crazy.
I mean, they are.
Yeah, we are.
Dude,
Worldwide.
Stop, dude.
Worldwide.
Starting to get a little excited over
Everybody in the world can listen to your voice. See?
here. Is it wrong if I get excited in a room full of men?
Yes.
But he's saying all the right things.
Okay, then
He's
it's
sweet
not.
talking me.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just some weird shit, dude. It's like also, I was listening to a podcast earlier today where they were talking about how every time some big shit is gonna go down or people are gonna go on trial, there's a shooting to kind of flood the news sites, because then you're gonna have people talking about gun control and not Epstein and all the shit that he, because you're not.
How did he die? On
You're not listening.
Watch.
You're not hearing anything about that dude.
Yep.
Even people. I mean, people that are always bitching about the whole Me Too movement thing. Nobody's fucking saying shit about Epstein. Why? Because one of the famous actresses aren't saying that he touched him. But this is kids. Kids are getting fucking raped and sex trafficked and all this shit. And you don't give a fuck about that? You rather care about some fucking, millionaire actress that says, oh, he touched my vagina so I could get a part. But you don't care about this dude fucking, flying kids out to his fucking island.
It's
so
not
they
only
can get
that.
fucked.
It's the fact that he was going to go on trial and possibly rat on
Everybody out.
everybody who was involved, and then he just shows up dead.
Everybody.
And then
Well, that's because
then all of a sudden there's some bad camera problems, and it's
Yeah.
like there's no footage. Sorry.
The media is involved in it. They want
Yeah.
this stuff to go away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. All of Hollywood is involved in it. That's why they want it to go
It's
away.
not, but the thing is, it's not just the United States.
No.
It's the world that's
Yeah.
involved. That's like people are like, oh, the Clintons had him killed. Man,
No.
it could have been the prince and the queen.
Yeah.
It could have been
Easy.
the Vatican. It could have been any of them. He's
Yep.
got dirt on everybody.
Everybody. That's
At
the
least
only
all
way.
the sick fucks that like to do that shit.
Yeah, that's the only way you can.
Sorry, I didn't mean to look right at you when I was saying that. Ian.
I'm a sick fuck.
My
I
bad,
got
my
it.
bad.
It's okay.
That's the only way that you can, logically think that how he got his millions of dollars.
That's the only way that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, some dude buys him a $70 million home.
Yeah. For what?
He got a job in like what was it, like a Catholic school
Yep.
as a math teacher and has no math background.
Yep.
You know?
Fucking crazy, man.
Well, that part doesn't surprise me. I've seen schools hire teachers for
But
subjects, but a Catholic school
hey, but all this stuff isn't important. What's important is gun control.
Well, yeah, of course.
That's what's important. Not the 500,000 to 800,000 kids that
you
go
don't need
missing a
your
year
AR
in the
assault
U.S.
rifle.
That's
one
not
thing I've
important.
been thinking, like if people are like, oh, you don't need a 100-round clip, or you don't need, like you said, an assault rifle. I've been thinking lately, it's like, well, you also don't need a 600 horsepower car,
Yeah.
but they have them.
Bulletproof too.
Like-
Don't forget the bulletproof.
I mean, I'm just thinking, it's just those things like, yeah, you don't have to, but they're available. Like there's a market for them.
Yeah,
like,
80,000 to 100,000 people die a year in car wrecks. But we're not trying to get rid of cars.
Well, and they're always like, oh, well, our founding fathers, you didn't need an AR to hunt deer. Well, they didn't write the Second Amendment for us to hunt.
Yeah, but then
it
they
was
say
against government.
But then they say we had muskets and that's what they were talking about. And there's no, that's the same kind of guns that they had in the military at the time.
yeah,
If the military had ARs,
That's
people
what
would
they
have
would've
had
been doing,
ARs.
yeah.
It's
I'm
the
sure
same
back
fucking
then
thing.
they would have tried to outlaw muskets.
Like that doesn't make any sense. And you're gonna fucking a few fucking people go and shoot up a Walmart, and then you're gonna fucking take my rights away. I need a gun right now more than anything. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. My alarm goes off at my house, and I don't have a gun in my house. What the fuck am I gonna do? Because I guarantee you, the motherfucker coming into my house is gonna have a gun.
Yeah, I heard like in the UK,
Yeah.
that you're like if you're at home, your odds of like being burglarized are so much greater
Yeah.
there than here, because like they don't care if you're home or not, because they know there is not a weapon in that house.
Yep.
Whereas here, especially in fucking Texas,
Yeah.
you don't fucking think about
No,
it. dude.
you're not gonna fucking break into some. I mean, you are, but you're gonna try to.
You're gonna make sure they're not
nobody's
home.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and if you are, you're going to be armed to the teeth.
Yeah.
Still,
that
you know what I
too.
mean?
That's what doesn't make sense to me is when people talk about gun laws like it's gonna affect the criminals. It's not gonna
Yeah.
affect
Who
the
already
criminals.
don't follow the law.
Yeah, it's not gonna affect them. It's gonna affect is the innocent bystanders that are at home getting fucking robbed.
Well, if somebody wants to do these horrific acts, they don't need a gun.
No.
They can, go build bombs or do whatever. And we can start outlawing pots and screws and everything that goes into making that.
Yeah, look what happened to went down in Austin.
Because it's
you
all
know?
about gun control.
But also, it's like, dude. Oh, we got into this too late. God damn it.
Yeah.
Might
Oh,
be
man.
gun control to be continued.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so I don't know. Whatever.
Hey, Brandon, what did my wife say was wrong? She says, yes, it's wrong.
I don't know. That was only like 3 minutes ago, so I don't know what she was saying. Oh, I think she's just talking about the fucking of kids. And,
Oh yeah.
and just the way that all that's being
I didn't know if
covered.
it
I think.
I didn't know if it preceded something else that she said.
It's like
We
10
didn't-
minutes
we didn't
ago,
see it.
eat. Hey.
No,
It was
that's
4
okay.
minutes ago.
That's the thing is like
But I couldn't interrupt JJ, man. He was on a roll, dude.
I don't get that. Like I don't get where you got $1 million actresses that are coming out that are worth millions of dollars saying that, hey, I've got molested because I wanted to get this fucking part, which they're not going to admit to it, but that's usually what happens. And then you got, thousands and thousands of kids that go missing every year, but nobody fucking raises a brow about that.
Because we know where they're going. They're going to
Epstein
McDonald's.
gets arrested and then fucking, he gets offed in prison when he was supposed to be on suicide watch. I don't know how you're able to commit suicide when you're on fucking suicide watch.
Well, he was just removed, JJ.
And-
He was just
and-
removed.
And he had a fucking cellmate.
who was just taken out of the cell a few hours before.
Yeah,
all right. So
Come on,
you're
JJ.
just jumping too far ahead.
You are jumping to
Before
conclusions.
or
It's
after?
clearly obvious that he
Y'all
committed
guys
suicide.
are winking at me, right?
Hey,
God.
but did you see that?
What
Like,
kind of wink you want?
like
All
2
right.
or 3 days before he killed himself, like he squared up like his will and set up
Yeah.
all of his shit into trust funds.
Yeah.
So that way, even still, like if his victims, come after him for damages, it makes it even harder, and they've got to go through another step
Another
to get a judge
loophole
to
and-
reveal even where the money is going. So, I mean, it's
Yeah,
I don't
he
know.
set it up. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
So I don't know, man. It's just one of those stories. There's so many weird things to it. You can't just turn a shoulder, and like we've already established, we can't fucking trust our government.
No,
We really can't.
sucks, but
Yeah.
that's why you need a gun in your house.
So we are in agreement. 9/11 was an inside job.
No, dude.
I think at very minimum,
Ready?
the U.S. knew something was going to happen.
Yeah.
At a very minimum. Now, to say that they orchestrate, I don't know about all that, but at minimum, they knew some shit was going down.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah. On
I
that
don't
note,
know.
either way,
I'm just hoping we get like a Tupac
bank some
effect.
change. Blah 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 blah
A
blah.
what?
blah.
A Tupac effect,
what's that?
like Mandela, like he's still alive somewhere. We just, you know what I mean? Like we just
No,
all
Tupac died,
heard
bro.
we
I
just
think
all
Tupac-
heard he's
he
dead,
died.
but
He
he's
died.
alive somewhere.
No,
no,
he died.
You never know.
gone.
You may wake up tomorrow and you're like, dude, I thought I heard that motherfucker was dead.
R.I.P. Tupac.
R.I.P. Tupac. September 13th, 1996.
Bro, I'm holding
right,
out
man.
hope.
Let's wrap this baby
It'd
up.
be
dude.
cool
We
as
gone a
shit. Don't
little
get me
too
wrong,
long.
but I think he's gone.
Go,
I think he would have came back after that shitty ass movie came out about him.
go check us out on our Facebook page and YouTube channel at From the Left Hash. Thanks for listening, man.
Hook
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
Evan.
Bang some chains.
Hook him.